Dude, it's finally happening.
It's happening, my man.
It's happening.
Welcome.
We are live.
We are live.
And food is coming. And food is on its way.
So one thing small before.
Where the fuck did it go? Oh, it's right here.
One little thing before we go.
What's up? What you doing?
Just gonna call my dad.
Oh yeah. That's a good thing. Oh man, Laurent's gonna call me in a minute too. Then we have that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are right here. We are doing this. This is the very first episode. Well, the very first episode I did fucking around and talking shit the whole time, which is natural. This is what I normally do, where I'm most comfortable. It's my natural state, just sitting down and talking shit. Talk shit about anybody.
Oh, you really like it?
Yeah, we are.
Hello.
We've been doing this for a while. That's what we do, right?
That's what we're doing, my man.
Sit down and talk shit.
And talk about jiu-jitsu.
About jiu-jitsu too.
Well, not just jiu-jitsu. We can talk about any sports, you know.
I know.
MMA in general.
We'll go all into it, man.
All into it.
We're gonna do everything.
Definitely looking into it.
I mean, we're not going to restrict ourselves to
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
man.
Just open for all kind of combat sports, you know. Just being an athlete in general is what we're.
That's the idea, man. That's the idea to get all that in. Oh, again, on the other side of me is sitting the great Emad.
No, man. It's,
yes, you are, my brother.
No one is great, man. Great for God. I'm just a regular human being. I love what I do. You know, it's a gift to be in a gym with a lot of guys who would love to practice jiu-jitsu, and it's a gift to be teaching them and helping them grow and realize their potential. So, just grateful for every single moment that I'm being here in the gym and working my ass off.
Man, the first day I came here, I was amazed. Mostly because that's the thing that I also tell everybody. I mean, you get into a gym and you have a feeling with it, you know?
Yeah, there's a certain vibe, definitely. We call it vibe control.
Ah, really?
Yeah. And sometimes when I feel the gym is a little bit like the energy is not what I want, I call, hey, let's switch the vibe control. So I go put some music, you know, talk to the guys a little bit, walk around, you know, have a chit chat, not necessarily, hey, work and do this, because you might have 8 hours of a stressful job. You come here and me put stress on you, somebody who wants to learn something, then it doesn't become a good experience, you know. So just relax them down, make them feel that this is the place where you can let go of the stress and practice something that will help you out. So there's no. I mean, we're trying to be drill sergeants, but also in essence that
happy drill sergeants.
Yeah, you love training, you know. Like I'll make you love training, you know, because that's the only way you get better. So I try to communicate to them, and automatically they show up on time and they do the drills. Like we don't have any strict rules when it comes to showing up late. You know, some gyms have that. I don't know why. But, you know.
Because at the end of the day, if you show up late, it's your loss, you know. So
yes, exactly. That's what I tell them.
We're not children anymore, so we don't have to keep running around.
So if you show up late, it's your responsibility to fit in the group and find a training partner.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly
it. Most of the time, they rush and they want to get early so they can catch their partner, you know, and don't miss any of the training.
And that's also probably, we don't know what's going on in people's lives, man. They could be late for every single fucking reason out there. And man, I remember coming here for the first time, and I was like, every time you go to the first time to a gym, you're like kind of like
you want to feel it.
You want to feel it. So what the fuck is happening here? Are these killers? What kind of training am I going into? You know, it's going to be cool, relaxed, and it's both. That's the thing that amazed me. You know, I trained for the first time with you, and we felt each other out a little bit. You know, like I explained who I was. And you were like, okay, let's feel it out. And when feeling it out, it was like, okay, if I go a little bit harder, this is going to go into a death match immediately. And that felt good. And that felt good knowing, you know, this is a serious
when you have this feeling. So, you know, not a lot of guys would go and they have that, you know, in your head, you just want to feel them out and see what's going on. Some guys, they're here, they don't want to get tapped. They think they want to prove themselves somehow.
Ego.
And they want to tap everybody up. I'm like, no, you know, like you can tap me out. I'll just let you do it if that makes you happy. But you know, if you're in competition, I'll fuck you up. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah. as much as you want.
All right,
There's no
competition, man. I'm gonna fuck
you
you
can't
up.
talk about it. Come on. I'm never. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all good boys in the eyes of God.
Yes, sir.
We are very, very well-educated men, but I'm not going to restrain anybody's speech ever. Like,
I apologize for that, but talking like match mentality. Like when I'm going on to the mat off competition, this is in my head. I'm gonna destroy this dude.
Exactly.
But in the training session, like come on, things shouldn't be that serious. You know, like you should be playful with your jiu-jitsu a little bit. You shouldn't restrict yourself to a certain game. You shouldn't only play your game. Put yourself in uncomfortable positions. Let people take your back. Let people take your armbar. See how good your defense is. See how much you're not gonna panic. See if you're not even gonna panic, you know, like what makes you panic, what makes you not panic. Maybe back take with one hook is not for you as dangerous as both hooks. So what makes you panic more, you know? So just keep yourself vulnerable in the gym. Once you're out of the gym, you're competing. All right, now you're strict. Your diet is strict. Your sleeping is strict. Your training is strict. Everything is strict. But
okay, do you think you can get to a level of competition where you're still, let's call it flow rolling, like this good. This serious, even if it's a serious flow run, that you can still keep that mentality. Okay, I'm doing this happy. I'm not gonna go into a killer mentality.
I didn't reach that level yet, so I don't really have like I'm really gray area. I'm still growing and still learning. So I didn't master a level of jiu-jitsu that I can still go and be playful. You know what I mean? I can go a little bit relaxed. I can maintain the relaxation, not overstressed. You know, not be hyped with all the people screaming and shouting. Just isolate that. But when it comes to examples, for example, Jeff Glover.
Oh, dude.
Come on, Jeff
Glover.
Glover. Yeah, it's a dream to roll like this dude. Not because necessarily technique, of course he has superior technique, but just the way he fights. It's just
free.
It's just free and mellow, and you don't see any stiffness in his body. You know, you don't see his face expression going. You don't see that stuff.
And he has a high submission rate.
Of course, he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, he has a high submission rate. He has a high win rate and everything like that. And all while smiling and making jokes.
And just feeling like he loves being there.
And that is what I think. You know, I also saw that into, but he doesn't smile that much as Marcelo Garcia. But you don't see his expression change.
No, he's focused. He's more focused.
Yeah, he's really.
But
that's not the.
But it's less entertaining. Like he's less of the I'm gonna entertain you, but I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Jeff Glover is like, yeah, I'll win, but I'll try to entertain you as much.
Yes,
I'm trying to entertain you as much as I do this. You know?
Yeah, that is.
So I think people, jiu-jitsu is all about personality, man. And there's no talking jiu-jitsu. Your body's doing all the talking.
That is true.
And when your body's doing all the talking, you can't hide.
Yeah.
And your personality just presents itself. So
you are, yeah. If
you are what you are. You know?
You're going to show it. It's going to show. Your personality is going to come out.
It's going to come out. Exactly. Like you cannot hide that stuff.
If you hate tapping and stuff like that, it's going to come out.
It's gonna come out. You're gonna spaz out. You're gonna do mistakes a lot. You're gonna get caught. All that stuff. But I think they reflect their personalities in the way they roll. Like when I see guys, beginners, I tell them, or even not beginners, like maybe they sign up for a month or something and they've been training for a month, and I watch them the way they drill, and I already know what their personality look like because they roll. Like when I show a move, I see somebody sharp, focused. He's looking, he's asking questions, he's asking about details. Alright, I know I don't need to visit these guys that much, but I need to visit these guys that much because maybe they didn't not focus that much because there's just beginners. They don't really know what to expect. So I'll help them out a little bit. But with the guys who focus and they get it fast, they just get fast super fast, super good. You roll with most of our guys in the team.
Oh my God,
they're young. They're still young. Like Wasim, for example, he's one of the best guys we have here, and he's still 15. So
yeah, and he's not doing it that long to be at that high.
About maybe 1 year, a couple of months.
But there you go. I mean, it's also about, it says a lot about the teacher too. Come on, I mean, you're doing a great job.
Honestly, I'm just trying to follow people that help me understand jiu-jitsu as an easy way.
Let's go to that because we dove right into it, and I love that shit. Like, how did it start for you? Give me the whole thing. Like, how did it start? Yeah, we're going into
the beginning of the story.
We're going to the bio.
We're going to the classified information here, ladies and gentlemen.
I was born doing arm bars.
Yes, sir. I was born in one of the secret elites of samurai, and no man. Honestly, I had nothing to do with martial arts whatsoever, except for watching action movies and Bruce Lee and stuff like that. And after the movie finished, automatically you feel Bruce Lee's spirit just came into your heart.
Bruce Lee probably
he's a savage, but
he probably made a lot of people start fighting.
Yeah, definitely.
Bruce Lee,
but these guys also misguided people about how fighting should be.
Yeah,
come on, man. 90% of fights they end up on the ground. Yeah, that's a basic fact. Unless there's two guys on the mat, on the street who are kickboxers or boxers, then of course they're not gonna go on the mat, but on the ground. But two guys who have no idea about fighting outside in the middle of the clash, you grab the shirt, they grab your hoodie, it goes on the mat, and it's jiu-jitsu at the end, you know. So it looks fun in the eyes of action movies.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It made me love fighting. But when you come to the realization of what really works, jiu-jitsu is superior, man. It's
I'm still trying to learn Jackie Chan's drunken master shit.
Yeah.
This is guilty pleasure, you know. I watch that movie and I go home and I try to imitate that shit.
Yeah. But that's what we get as kids, you know. We mimic a lot of stuff. So it was good to have these movies as we grow up because it will get us inspired to do more athletic. And join, just become sports people, you know, instead of taking another route. So it was good to have these stuff. So that's the only thing I had with martial arts, just watching this. And when Rocky came out, that was for me, that was the best thing ever existed in the world. Watching a Rocky movie and getting inspired off that, and going to punch the wall, and trying stuff like this. It's just as a kid, you want to feel that you're relative, you know, because everybody's bigger, everybody's telling you what to do, you're listening to everybody, you don't have a voice, so you want to feel like, oh, I can do stuff. So these kind of movies would give us this hype. So I had that in my background, you know, I had the mentality of not falling back if somebody, tried to bully me or something like that. I'll always fight back. So that was installed in my system. I had 3 other brothers, so the amount of bullying in the house. Yes, sir.
You grew up ready.
Yeah, you grew up trying to defend yourself.
Getting hardened, this Spartan lifestyle. If you have brothers, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Spartan way to start it.
It is.
As a kid,
without you knowing it, you're doing grappling.
You're going into it already.
But you're doing grappling without knowing. I can remember my older brother grabbing me in a certain way and telling me, "Hey, say you submit, or say you cannot take it, you give up or something." I was like, "No, I will not say anything." It's like a conversation, But jiu-jitsu is you just finish. There's no conversation. But as kids, we're not gonna punch each other in the face. So all we see is wrestling, WWE, throw down people and put some pillows on us and just jump over, stuff like that. We do all this kind of stuff.
Oh, great.
So I was the smallest kid, there was my older brother, then one older, and then I'm the middle child. Then I have a younger brother.
Oh,
so my younger brother
went through hell.
Probably. No. Actually, no, because the younger brother was the kid, so he was the sweet kid of the family.
That's cool.
And nobody would touch him ever. So I'm the last one. I'm the one who's getting bullied all the time. From the small kid.
You look like the one kid that is always fucking with the older brothers.
Yeah. So you have one small child on the other hand who's the sweet of the sweet part of the family that everybody loves him. You cannot. If you make him cry, you're grounded. You're grounded. So this guy cannot bully for shit. And then I have 2 other brothers that I cannot bully for shit. So everything felt a little bit pressured. And when we get older, we start getting into more dominant. We're men. We're kids and we're men. So this is my phone, for example.
My room,
exactly, my space.
Territory.
Exactly, you become territorial. And
it's funny how that's still all of it is still very animalistic.
Yeah, of course. We just know how to think. Right? We're just blessed with a brain that thinks. Other than that, we're just animals. But you start becoming territorial a little bit, and I didn't feel that I had a territory. I felt like where's mine?
Yeah.
This guy has his room. This guy has his room. This guy has his room. Where's mine? I'm sleeping with this guy in his room. But again, when I go inside, it's all his. You know?
Oh, all right, I get it.
So I felt a little bit in the lower part of the food chain. You know, like I'm the lowest. And we would get into these wrestling scenarios, you know, not for real, but we're just playing around. But I'm the only one who's getting dominated always. You know, yes, I'm the only one tapping out. I'm the only one getting beaten up. I'm like, oh, I can't take this shit anymore. You know, how am I gonna fix this? I start going to the gym and lifting weights when I was 13.
That is early, man.
It's insane. Actually, it's not the best thing you can do as somebody who's growing up because I lift a lot of weights on my back, and it caused a little bit of pain, you know, as I was growing up. So it was not the best thing to do, but as you know, taking the part of being a athlete, that was good. But abandoning the lifting weights on the back.
Lifting stuff is also complicated.
It's
you
really
like, it's
because your body's growing,
specific.
you know, and you're pressing it down, so it's not really good.
It's very specific.
So I would say kids in that age do own body lifting. So lift your own body weight. Do push-ups.
Calisthenic stuff. Yeah, that is the best thing you can do.
Biceps, triceps, you know, push-ups,
and
swimming,
martial arts,
cardio, stuff like that. You know, if you don't want to do martial arts and you just want to do sports, don't just start with lifting weights right away. You know, it's really not that good. So I had that, and I trained for about 6 months in the gym. I was training twice a day.
Wow.
I wake up, I train, and I go home, eat, sleep, and do some homework or whatever. Then at night I would go again. In 6 months I was so buffed, and I didn't have no nutrition, and I had no idea what I was doing.
You just eating a lot.
Yes, so I looked like an animal. I was like, what the hell is this human being? And they didn't even notice the change in the house. Like suddenly, Emad became that big. Like suddenly, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, you know when suddenly shit happens like this, you don't even notice it. And at that time, nobody could bully me. I was big enough. So I was big and strong enough to stop them from bullying me, to grounding me down, to holding me in positions, you know?
Oh,
I would have power to get out of positions because they don't have any knowledge behind it. So they just grab you in a way. And if you just power a little bit, you'll get out of it, you know? But if you didn't know the jiu-jitsu at that time.
Thank God.
Yes, thank God. Shake wouldn't help, no, for shit, but I was out of the bullying scenario. But again, it was not bullying that makes me go, brings me psycho problems or it makes me depressed.
It's not bad bullying.
It's not bad. It's just brothers' love. Yeah. But again, you feel like you're the weakest brother. You're the weakest link.
You're the one getting the
You're the weakest link. Like you're walking with your brothers and you feel, oh, if me and my brothers got into a fight, I'm the one who's gonna get the most beat up. You know, that's what I thought at that time. So I didn't like that, you know, because I'm always watching fighting. I'm always interested in that. So I always wanted to be the alpha. You know, I always wanted to be the guy who would kill 5 guys. Would just go, bah, 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 you know, just kill 5 guys, knock them out. You know, I wanted to be that guy. But I haven't like. Some people wish they want something, but they have no idea what it takes to get there, and they're not even willing to do the work.
No, man.
And at that time, I was just focusing on getting strong and stuff. And once they couldn't ground me anymore, we started growing up, and everybody got busy with his life. So this part of our game, just disappeared. We were not doing any wrestling anymore. We wouldn't do all that stuff. We would just go into soccer. Play football, play basketball, go swimming, just have fun,
But always active, right?
Always active. Yeah, just keep active, Like we didn't have any.
That's something I don't see happening anymore, by the way. Like children
with kids, active because at that time, like I was.
You couldn't find me at home.
I'm 26. Yeah, I'm 26. And when I was young, like 5, we didn't have. The best thing we had was Nintendo.
Which one did you have?
I can't remember for sure. Like the one with the.
Was it the? Oh my God! Was it the older one or the 64?
I can't remember, man. It was just joystick and you had some crazy ass games with Lion King and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. And with like Aladdin and stuff like that. All the Disney movies they had video games. Tarzan was PlayStation 1. But Nintendo was like the best thing you could hope for, And you couldn't even access it until you finished your homework. So. You had a lot of time, that is just energy kept, and you need to,
release.
And you're not gonna watch TV the whole day. That sucks.
Yeah.
You had a bike. You would go outside with your friends and bike some, play some football here, get tired, then go home. Dude. That was the.
By the way,
the food didn't show up.
The food is your rider is nearly with you.
Oh shit! By the way, we're ordering food.
Ladies and gentlemen,
big part of being an athlete is eating
a lot,
constantly, a lot.
Constantly.
So, I thought you were kidding, but
no, he's on his way. He's almost here.
But anyways, back to this jiu-jitsu stuff.
So yeah,
grew up in a pretty active, love sports.
Three brothers
with all that stuff, and then we had we were in the same school. Oh, you came?
I think he's here.
Yeah,
I think he's here.
1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
We have food. We have food. This is, by the way, something else we're going to be doing, man. We are going to talk a lot about food. You're going to hear us going in on diets and going in on all this stuff. It's not him?
No, it's just one guy that trains here.
Oh, really? I saw a big bag. I was like, oh, this dude has food.
No, probably.
Did he bring food?
No.
Leave him outside. Okay.
But anyways, we were in the same school.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if one of us got into a fight, we're all teaming up on these guys, Like
if one of us got into a fight, all of us got into a fight.
So we had each other's back. We were a team. We had a good relation coming up. Like my family and my mom specifically installed these values in our brain, as we're growing up, to always care for each other, always but know that no matter what happens, your brother is the only one who can help you, and he's number one. Yeah, exactly. So
blood is thicker than
blood, exactly. So you stick with your bloodline no matter what. So we have these values installed. So until now, we're still close, even though
they're not showing up for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they're not showing up for jiu-jitsu, but we're still really close.
They're gonna feel some revenge.
Yeah. Well, my brother came last time. He trained a little bit with us last Sunday. He has one, but we're close. We stayed close together. But I came here when I was 18, so we kept in school until I was 18. And my dad, he lived here for about 40 years. He knows the city so much, and the country so much, and the rules. So he invited me to either continue my education in university in Egypt or come here. At that time, the revolution in Egypt was happening. The Arab Spring.
Oh my God, that was that time.
Yeah, it was that time, and I was there, and it was not really bright for me in my future. So I decided to leave, which was a good idea because I built myself, a little bit. So I got my head open because I traveled into so many countries. I
think we got food.
We got food.
Now we got food.
Hopefully.
Hello? Yeah.
I can hear.
Yes, we zitten ernaast. Er komt iemand nu naar buiten.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got food, ladies and gentlemen. We got delivery. Delivery is like the best invention in the world. Come on. I mean, it's you order food on your cell phone, it gets here. You don't have to interact with people. Nah, that's the bad stuff. But
we got the food.
Oh, we got shit to eat, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna happen. Looks great. Okay, we got something from Ola Poke, which is a poke bowl. Now
the food is here.
Now I'm a little bit concerned because I'm on a carnivore diet.
Come on, man, this is just salad bowl. Come on.
And Emad gave me a salad bowl. So this was shitting the rest of the night.
Look, for anybody who's doing any kind of diet, salad doesn't harm nobody.
Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh my God, it smells great.
We might be short on forks. Did you bring no forks?
Did he bring something?
No.
This asshole didn't bring a box.
Alright, I have an idea.
I can do chopsticks.
Yes, exactly.
I can do chopsticks.
Look, we have some knives here.
This motherfucker didn't give us this. Oh, nice. There we go. We're eating this in the most traditional fighting way possible with whatever is at hand. With whatever is at hand.
I don't know how we eat this.
Oh man.
It's good, right? Come on, man.
Oh my god, this shit is amazing.
Nothing can happen. I'm trying to eat, but it's all falling. I'm trying to enjoy it.
Oh, dude. Oh, with rice? Really?
Yeah, with rice. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Grew up, everybody studying together in the same school. 18 years old, you came here?
I came here, my man, to continue my study at university. I went to Holland University. Can you give me that?
Oh, I'll keep eating, by the way. This is...
I'm going to try to find something else to eat. Alright, spoon. Another spoon here if you want. Big one.
What?
Big spoon here if you want. Yeah, now we have.
Now we're talking.
Thank you very much. So when I came here, I was all about studying and getting my diploma. That's everything I thought about. Like
I'm gonna point this motherfucker right
I didn't have any thoughts about MMA or martial arts or jiu-jitsu, nothing. I was just a regular kid who wants to get a job and get paid by the end of the month, and that's it. I couldn't have wild dreams, become crazy millionaire or anything like that.
Which is, by the way, something that people look at and go like, if you're working a job and you have everything and you want to train something, I highly recommend you fight.
Fight?
I highly recommend you fight.
It depends. Because some guys I have here, they train jiu-jitsu because they cannot train MMA. If they get punched in the face, they cannot show up at the work.
There's always going to be a martial art. And please don't go, if you see some I don't know, some crazy motherfucker throwing some cheese stuff around and just like doing like a fake Kamehameha thing and like trying to knock you out that way, like leave the gym immediately. There's no such thing as a death touch. There is no such thing as blowing air in somebody and cheating somebody's direction and making them fall down. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. And fuck those that teach it. Absolutely. You guys are teaching wrong stuff. People are getting killed on the streets because they think...
Mac Dojo. Give him a shout out, Mac Dojo.
Oh yeah, of course. Dude.
Shout out to Mac Dojo.
Shout out to Mac Dojo.
Exposing the shit out of these
Go on Instagram. Go to Mac Dojo. And you guys see it, and it's amazing. They expose these people. It's so cool. But yeah, I'm saying, if you have to train, and you should. If you're working a lot, if you're working 9 to 5, I know it's hard.
You need to take the stress out.
You can do lift weights, and that is great already. But fight, man, fight. It does something to you.
But it depends on people's what they want. I mean, you can just get that energy out in any way. It could be fighting, it could be jiu-jitsu, it could be surfing, it could be pool, it could be whatever. Just get that negativity out. Because when you're working 8 hours, you're in depression mode. Like, I don't care what you do, you're depressed. Like, don't give me that shit. You're a little bit depressed.
You could be painting models with your hands.
Like I do.
At a certain point, you're going to be.
I used to work in a graphic advertising agency, and I worked for about 8 hours a day, sitting like this, looking at the computer, doing nothing. At the end of the day, my eyes hurt, my back hurt, my posture is all fucked up. And
depressed as fuck.
And I'm depressed, but I love the job. Like, I love doing graphics. Like, I love it. Even though I love it, just the condition just makes you hate it, So sometimes just working in an office a little bit annoying. I hope people just find their passion doing the jobs. But if you have that kind of job, just try to find an outlet that takes that energy off.
Exactly.
So back to where we are. 18, doing school, studied.
Worked as a graphics designer, you just throw that in there.
Yeah, but that one was a little bit at the end of the study. So I finished until 3rd year, and then at that time I couldn't manage school so well. Like, there was some life changing situations that I was going through, so I couldn't focus 100% with school. So I had to work at the time. So it was work plus school and more work. and then neglected a little bit of school.
All right. So those were the life-changing stuff.
Yeah.
Like too much life shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens, you know. So the last year was, I saw an opportunity that got into this advertising agency, and I was like, oh, here's an opportunity that I can skip last year, get straight away hired, and I'm hired, done. I don't need school anymore, you know. They gave me a job. I can get paid by, you know, doing what I love. So I was like, all right, I'll just skip that year, no problem. So I took my proposal, did that until the third year. Then I went to get hired to this job. They said, okay, we're gonna train you for 6 months, and after 6 months you get a contract. I was like, perfect. Life opens.
I'm just gonna need you to explain propose because we're in English here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Some motherfuckers are gonna go, what the hell did he take?
I don't know how to explain it in English, but it's like I don't know. It's like something you get when you finish your first year in doing university in Holland, and it's not something you can work with. I don't know people who can work with it, but it's just something that you get.
It's not a certificate.
Yeah, a certificate you get when you finish your first year. You know, nothing serious, but I was there until the third year, so I really had a lot of knowledge when it comes to graphics, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to social media, when it comes to branding, when it comes to trend making, cross media, all this stuff. I already had it. Like all that knowledge, I already had. Like one thing with education is, you don't need somebody to approve that you're smart, you know? Like at the end of the fourth year, you get a diploma that is actually just somebody saying that, hey, this guy's smart.
Yeah, you finished it.
Yeah, exactly. But brother, like I can finish diploma, but I can be stupid as hell.
No.
I don't know how this stuff works.
So many unqualified people.
Like
many people that get there.
Because the problem is you get an exam and you have a book and you copy paste whatever in the book in the exam, you don't get to learn shit. But if the education was like, hey, take this and try to apply it in real life, you know, dude, there was some subjects that
don't
was
get
like
me
that.
on education.
We're gonna skip that part.
I have some bad.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that part
with that, man. With school and university, yeah. I have some bad shit with that.
But with the third year, I skipped and I go and I get hired, and after 6 months, I work my ass off for this company like insane. So I'm trying to get hired. So I'm trying to prove myself like the best guy they ever tried to hire. Like, I want everybody to be like, Emad was the best guy we ever hired.
Best choice we ever did.
So I would work 8 hours, go home, work 3 more hours. Just on my own development. So we would learn web design. Mm-hmm. Like, not development, but design. So I fix the layout for you. I make everything look nice. But nothing is functioning. Yeah, right. So if the website is meant to take inquiries, I'm not doing this. But I make it look nice. So pictures, elements, logos, colors, fonts, all the house, you know, like
the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing, just design-wise, but no function. So we would learn this. I would learn it for 8 hours, then go home, do more 3 hours, so I can come next time, like second day, improve it. You know, they would see, oh, these guys are
got better.
Yeah, he's getting better. So I would do this every day for 6 months, and they would pay 350 euros a month.
Holy fuck.
For a full-time job.
That is...
Yeah, and you don't have somebody sitting next to you who's telling you, hey, do this. You're trying to learn on your own. You're just sitting, and there's a table like this. Everybody has his own computer. I go over there. I learn. I take notes. Then I go to this guy. I sit next to him. I see what he does. I take notes. Then I sit next to this lady. I sit next to her. Take notes. And it just goes like this. So I'm kind of doing my own learning at the same time. And after 6 months, I don't know what happened, but suddenly, oh, sorry, Emad, we don't have a job for you.
Thank you, goodbye.
Thank you, good luck. I was like, oh, so you... Oh, wait. Was I scammed? That's what I was asking myself. Was I scammed for 6 months?
You were.
You're giving me 350 euros for 8 hours a day, full-time job.
That is slave work, man.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? This happened to me? I was so depressed, man. So at that time, I had depression mode. I was like, life is done. I don't have the school. I abandoned school, and I abandoned the job. Abandoned me, and now I have nothing. So what do you do when this happens? You go and get a dishwashing job because
you have to pay, man.
You have to pay rent. So even if so I found myself from sitting on a desk in a company to becoming a dishwasher, which was a really very big downfall. It's not like there's something wrong with dishwasher jobs. I took many dishwasher jobs before, and I worked in a lot of horeca. If the Dutch guys know what horeca means, but it's like working in restaurants. But when you're in a certain position, then you go down. It's a little downfall. It's not that bad, but it's just how you react to it. So my reaction towards it was like, all right, I'm still young. Yeah, I'm still young. I did a wrong choice. I still have time to recover from this. So I'll do this temporarily, make some money, then I'll see what I'm gonna do. So I'll work for like 3-4 months, make some money, save some money, and then I opened my own advertising agency, like my own company. No, just freelancing, stuff. And I start asking for work, like just regular clients. Somebody who has a website, somebody who needs this, somebody who has that. We just one-to-one communication. I go online and I go, for example, I just try to look for businesses and try to see their website. And if their website looks bad, I try to contact them. I was like, hey, here's an opportunity.
Your website looks like shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll tell them. Hey, the website looks really bad. Can I make it good?
Please, let me make it good for you.
Let me make it good for you. So
that's smart, by the way. Going after it and stuff.
Yeah. That's the only choice I had, So it's either I continue this dishwashing shit or I just keep hustling. So one of the people that I came to market was this gym. So I came here to Amsterdam Training Center asking Raflis if I can fix him a website. And he was super interested. He's a really nice guy. And he said, yeah, I like the idea. Let's talk about it later. We booked a second appointment. And he's going to teach class. So I was like, oh, you teach here? I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, can I watch? I was like, yeah, of course. So I sit and I watch my first MMA session. I have no idea what these guys are doing. All I see that this is boxing, all right, striking, then legs, all right, now it's kickboxing. When they go on the mat, I had no idea the word jiu-jitsu existed. I thought this is Aikido.
Why are they hugging?
Yeah. Why? No, I understood because I watched the UFC. The first UFC fight I watched was Matt Serra against Georges St. Pierre. The second fight
when Georges St. Pierre won. Oh my God!
That knees in he was kneeing him in his gut, man. So that's the second fight I saw.
That was an awesome fight.
I was a little bit familiar with like, oh, you twist the arm like this and you grab like this. But I didn't know what the name was. Like I thought this was Aikido because growing up I saw some Aikido moves when they disarm from the weapon. So if I have a weapon, they will disarm it from you. If you have a knife, so I thought this like grabbing. So you grab them, and so I thought this is
Aikido twist.
Yeah. So I thought this falls under the frame of Aikido, So I thought this was completely stupid, but. You never know.
No, that's a good assumption about what it is. I think Aikido isn't that old, by the way. It's like it's not that old. It's not. We think like Aikido is this millennial or like this age old thing, and it isn't. I think it started out in Japan where it's jujutsu, right?
Yeah.
With the samurais doing some like grappling stuff with that, but grappling in itself is old, man. You see it in Turkey, when they do the oil shit.
Yeah, but I think grappling now is way different than any grappling we ever experienced ever.
Yeah, now it's got technical.
They're way different.
It evolved.
But
you see sometimes you see those Greco-Roman wrestling stuff like that. So that's really.
There's that one where they lift. They have like a belt and they lift themselves from the belt and they try to take it.
Yeah, they try to throw it over. But you see it in every single country. People are always like grappling around.
There's always something that gonna make people fight.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was good to know how to defend yourself. Just in the self-defense case. You don't have to be a fighter. Just defend yourself.
And it's awesome training. I think they understood that. I think they understood like, oh my God, this is hard. I'm getting stronger. I'm pushing people around. Like India
so
has
much
it.
Mental discipline, man.
India has it. Turkey has it. The Congo, they have this like where they take these huge guys and they do like a form of MMA. They're punching and throwing. That's it.
I saw one that they have I don't know, they rope a big rock into their fist. And they're tied up from the legs. And you can't run away. You just pull and pound. I don't know how they do that. Thank God I'm here.
Thank God I chose jiu-jitsu, man. He brought me to jiu-jitsu. That was the best thing ever.
So I watched this MMA session for the first time in my life, and I'm super amazed. I'm like, what the hell is these guys doing? I love this. And like my childhood background came. I'm like, oh, this is something I'm
getting flashbacks.
This is something I really love. Like, it's something I really love. I'm falling in love with it, and I'm enjoying watching it.
Yeah.
And now I want to do it.
Shit.
So the second appointment with me and Rafael, with the owner of the gym, of the doing the website, we finished the appointment. Then I give him the membership fees. And he's like, what is that? I was like, I want to sign up and I want to train you. He was like, yeah, sure, all right. Then I took the membership for 2 days a week. So I was working and training 2 days a week. And I'll come here on Saturday and Sunday. To open mat. There was no MMA on Saturday and Sunday, so I switched it to only Saturday and one Monday.
Alright.
So I would train MMA with Rafa's, and when it comes Saturday, there's the open mat. So I'll be here on open mat and just keep rolling with some guys. And when I come on open mat, there's no teacher. It's just an open mat, so you get your ass whipped.
Yeah, of course.
Really bad, without no control. Like sometimes when I'm see some guys rolling hard, I tell them, hey, lower the tempo a little bit. But there's no lower the tempo in open mat.
Because there's nobody there.
Yeah, it's getting smushed.
They throw you to the sharks and go like, do it.
So every weekend I would come here and get smushed. Take that moves that I got smushed with, ask Rafa's on Monday, hey, this happened to me in open mat. How can I defend it? This, watch tape. Alright, watch. Alright, now I need to watch. So I go and watch instructionals on how people defend this stuff, and I find, I don't know, I don't want to be an asshole with this, but people who have instructionals, you guys ain't true. What I mean with this, I'm sorry I'm saying this, but what I mean with this is...
We're looking at you with John Danner.
Yeah, not specifically, but anybody but just think about it. Just think about it. Why would I give you 100% of my game if I'm a high level competitor?
That's one of the things. You're going to conspiracy theories.
Not really.
But I do understand what you're saying. I mean,
some stuff I'm going to hide. Like,
absolutely.
If I have 100% game, I'm going to give you maybe 95.
Because then at the other end, if you're competing against somebody, you just watch the instructions. Oh, he does this shit.
Exactly. Right? So when it comes to watching instructions, it's good. It's perfect. People are super generous sometimes with the information they give. But I also feel there's something that you hide that I need to discover on my own.
Yeah.
I don't need to go and ask you for it. I need to tell you that you're hiding it, that you're full of shit, that your instructional is bad. But no, I feel it because I'm a jiu-jitsu fighter as well. I don't like posting videos, but you have to. Yeah. But I hate posting videos of me doing technique or me finishing somebody because it gives the other guy an opening of what I'm about to do to him. Now I'm not that famous. Imagine somebody who's competing in ADCC. Imagine Gordon Ryan, for example.
If he puts something out,
I mean, he's putting everything out. He has so many instructionals now. But I also think that Gordon has a game that nobody knows anything about.
And he's still, And because I remember his first instructional, buying his first, and like I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a while now, and I did it every single day. Like, I was training hard, and after I got my black belt, and I was like, okay, what else should I do now? How do I get further into it? So around my brown belt was when I really sat down to go for instructionals. In Brazil, I was living in Brazil, man. You don't do instructionals. You just visit other gyms and get your ass kicked.
You get your ass kicked and learn from the experience.
So from till this day, I don't have a game. I just
you just roll.
You just roll.
And
then what happened is when I got the first instruction I saw Gordon Ryan. I hate his guts. And if you say you like Gordon Ryan, fuck you. You're lying.
Man. I saw him in real life. I was in Jersey in 2017.
How is he?
And he's super big, super strong, but he's super humble, super nice.
Really? Yeah. That's a show.
Like, people say, it's the same, look, when you're a competitor, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
That's that.
That's the art of war.
That's the art of war. That's it. But when I'm not an asshole with my fans, I'm just an asshole with this guy. You don't want him to see your good face. Because I'm about to fight you, I don't want you to get comfortable with me. I want you, when you hear my name, to get... to be shaked. Shake when you hear my Gordon Ryan. That's the thing they want.
You know? I hope you hate me. That's the thing you're having.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to get angry. I want you to get frustrated. I want you to wake up at 4 a.m. thinking that you're gonna lose. So you work hard. You get tired.
Already lost. You already lost.
I want you. I think this is what they do. Again, I'm not there yet, so I don't know.
That's absolutely part of the mental game. Come on, it's the same thing that McGregor does. But something because it turns out McGregor is actually okay.
Now don't get me started on McGregor.
We're gonna go all these people. We're gonna judge every single one of you.
No, it's just that I just didn't like that he showed so much respect for Cerrone, and I'm like, why?
Oh come on, Cerrone is.
I mean, nothing against Cerrone. Cerrone is the best guy. Like he's one of the nicest guys in the world. But we are used to a certain Conor.
And that wasn't there.
That wasn't there.
But I think he respected him because he understood. I mean, like, Cerrone is one of my favorites of all time. Like him, Yo Romero. I like all these fighters. I have like a tremendous amount of respect for them and stuff. But Cerrone is like the guy that most bonuses, most finishes, a whole bunch of shit. He fights really nice too.
He's super technical.
Hardest.
His combinations are good.
And in his real life, and this is what in his real life, he's like bungee jumping and parachute and cave diving.
He's enjoying his life, man.
And constantly almost dying, and people, people are like,
almost dying. Yeah.
Oh my god! I saw that when I heard that, I was like, dude, you can't do that. But
yeah, it was a weird fight though.
Yeah, it was. It was fast.
It was
broke his orbital bone.
Who?
He broke McGregor kicked him and broke his face.
That's
why it was over so fast too. Because
that was also
broke his face.
That was a foot kick, not even a shin.
No,
imagine if he took the shin.
But it depends. I done taekwondo for a long time. My feet are harder than my shins. At this point, they're like.
I think it's bone.
Yeah,
bone. You just go concussed right away, get dropped. I don't know.
But yeah, so I got the instructional from Gordon Ryan, and I was pissed. It was the one of the first ones that he does with his Hey Sony.
Yeah.
That he does like
guard passing. I think.
No guard, just the guard game.
Yeah.
So arm drags and arm bars. He said, "This motherfucker just gave an instructional out about all the blue belt shit there is out there." I was pissed. I was like, "No, come on." He did an amazing instructional. It was very detailed. It was very good.
He's really
but there was nothing new there. This was old school, all of it. Shit.
That's the thing. For a guy who just started jiu-jitsu, how do you know that this is advanced and this is not advanced? You never know.
Oh, that's true.
So
let me tell you guys.
If you do a move that is a fundamental, but you do super good, it becomes a black belt fundamental move for you. Like you do it in a black belt way. You know that, of course. That's true. The way you knee cut 5 years back then is not the same way you knee cut now.
But that's the whole
thing. It's the same thing as a knee cut.
It is a knee cut, and it's single, but every single technique you're going to do in jiu-jitsu, I have a feeling, is going to be your own.
Of course.
Because it's your body, your history, your everything, the way you train, the whole thing. So it could be a knee cut, you can do a knee cut, but at the end of the day, after a while, it's your knee cut. You're going to cut a little bit out, you're going to cut a little bit in, you're going to pressure more, pressure less. So that's the whole thing. That's my whole problem with instructionals too, because they're showing it their way.
Yeah, that's also one thing, and also this is one part that they're showing it their way, that what fits them. Yeah. And some people just copy paste, and I hate copy paste.
You never grow from copy paste, man.
Yeah, you never grow.
You can take it and then just evolve it into.
I try to do it the same way they do it, and I see if it works for me good. If I need to adjust a little bit depending on my body type, So that's one thing. So I didn't really learn a lot from instructionals because it's slow pace. It's a lot of one-way direction. The other guy's not doing a lot. He's just a dummy. And I'm like, this is going to take me so long to learn. All right. The moment, not the moment, but I start doing MMA for longer, then I become a full-time membership here. So I'll come here every day. And I saved enough money from the dishwashing that makes me jobless and training for at least 3 months.
Alright.
So I was like, I'm gonna commit my life to MMA, and I'm gonna be an MMA fighter. That's what was my plan.
Throw shit to the wind.
Yeah, exactly. And I already had the mental toughness to go through any hardcore training, to endure pain when it's joint pain or punching pain or whatever. I had that power. God bless me with that, thank God. So I was like, all right, if I'm gonna be a fighter, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, if you're gonna fight or not, you know how much you can endure. You know, if you watch a fight and somebody gets punched so hard, you're like, oh, I might not be able to take that. But sometimes you're like, oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's something I can take.
You know, that's
like you understand your body much better.
Exactly. So I was like, you know, my body's tough enough to handle an MMA fight. I just need to train my ass so much hard that when I go to an MMA fight, I can take as less damage as I can get. You know, like so less damage or not even any damage. But I mean, it's an MMA fight, you're gonna get damage, but at least I reduce it as much. So I talked to Raf, I was like, hey Raf, you think I can do MMA? He was like, yeah man, you're strong, you're good, you got a good combination, you got good striking. And I did striking, just classic boxing when I was 16. So I could throw hands a little bit, like I could do damage with them. But he said after we finished, I was like, all right, let me know when I can start or when is the next tournament or something. He said, yeah, but before that you need to learn grappling. I was like, what the hell is that? It was like jiu-jitsu. It's like, yeah, what the hell is that? It's like the ground fighting. I was like, all right, then we learn it. It was like, no, you need to do more. I was like, damn. Now I need another school for jiu-jitsu. But I look at the website and I see there is gi jiu-jitsu, like gi jiu-jitsu, they train with the gi, and also Template jiu-jitsu. And I like weirdness. Like, honestly, I like weirdness. But at the beginning, I didn't know what is gi jiu-jitsu, what is Template. For me, they were all jiu-jitsu, you know. So I go to the regular jiu-jitsu class, you know. I go to gi class and I try to sign up there. I find everybody wearing this kimono stuff, and they charge that much. And I need, if I'm training full time, I need at least 3 sets of this gi stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
At least 3, you know, at least. Because if I'm gonna wash one every one, I'm gonna train it 5 times a week, you know. So I need 5 or 3, so I keep, you know, doing the laundry. I was like, damn.
Guys, let me just interrupt. Guys, whoever if you hear this, if you're training jiu-jitsu and you're hearing this right now, let me tell you something. He is so right. Don't get your stinky ass in here with a key that's been used 17 times.
No.
Last week horrible. Without washing it or anything like that.
It was horrible.
Fuck you. Fuck you. And your nails. Cut your nails.
Yeah,
cut your nails.
Don't make the experience for the other guys worse.
Yeah, I know, man.
If you want to fuck up your own experience,
like, use your gi. Look, the max you can do is you can use your gi twice in the same day. Like, you do an afternoon training, you do an evening training, you know. You judge it. It's still not
as
bad, you know. But man, use your gi twice and wash it. That's it. Wash your belt too. Yeah. There's no magic to it. Yeah. People have this magical feeling.
No, you don't have to wash your belt.
You shouldn't wash your belt because all the experiences goes out.
All the experience goes out, bro. The experience is here.
I you know, it's some motherfuckers have traditions to it. Some people have like competition belts.
Yeah, that's what I had tradition. It's like, you know, old dead people's advice.
No, there you go. Don't take it. Don't take it.
You know,
yeah, man.
So,
gi didn't work out for you.
No, I just find that it's too much investment for me. And I didn't have that much, you know, I had money, but I was like, this is the only money I have. So I either make it through this MMA stuff, or it's gonna fall on me, you know. So I didn't find that I'm gonna be able to maintain this lifestyle of getting these and, you know, paying memberships for MMA and jiu-jitsu training. So I look at them planet. I see maybe it's different. I look, and I don't see them wearing these. I just see them wearing t-shirts and shorts, maybe the rash guard, you know. And I asked, there was Gustavo Firmino at that time.
All right.
And I go to him and I ask him, hey, how much do you charge? And he says, this number. I was like, all right, that seems nice. And he was like, oh, if you do MMA, then you get discount. I was like, oh, it's even better. You know, I do MMA. So I was like, yeah, you get discount. I was like, do I need any special equipment to train with you? He was like, no, t-shirt and shorts. I was like, that's perfect, man. Like, here you go, money. Here you take it. You know, shut up and take my money. You know? Yeah, teach me right away. Then I became a temporary jiu-jitsu guy, just because I was broke. You know, like, it's that. You know, sometimes it's good that you're broke. Like, you don't realize it. But sometimes
you want to see it in like a universal spiritual way. Yeah. Everything guided you.
Yes, everything guided. Even the mistakes I did in the life.
But you had to make those mistakes so that like God is pushing you towards, or I don't know.
Towards this.
You know, if you people don't believe in God, the universe pushed him towards this. Your work didn't work out. Your whatever it was didn't work out. You know.
And it got me where I wanted. And
keep going. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you because I'm excited. It's an amazing story.
It's all. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk with you. actually forgot where I was.
Oh, thank God we're not doing this on week yet. We might do it.
We started a Templantic guy. I became a Templantic guy. And me and Gustavo, we had a good relationship because he saw that I had potential and I'm learning fast. Even though when he showed me a move, I will do it the first 100 times so bad that you will look at like, oh, this guy is not gonna do it. But I'll come tomorrow, I'll do good. Because I practiced it 100 times already. Then I go home, think about it, maybe see some more videos. Like, I'm more of a guy, like a visual guy. Like, sometimes I forget jiu-jitsu moves, like underhooks, overhooks, these are the fundamentals, but some crackhead control, for example. Like, there's some planet terminology or just regular terminology that I just forget. And I'm like, I forget the name, but I know exactly how to get there and even do it really good. But I forget the name, but I'm more of a visual.
You see it in your mind.
Yeah,
you see it in your mind. You see it and then you reproduce it.
I visualize the move, I see it here. So if he showed me a move 3-4 times, the same, I'll do it. But if you show it once, twice, I'll take time to get it. So I would watch. So for example, if class today was about passing guard, I would try to get jiu-jitsu tournaments, like watch them and only focus on people, how they pass the legs. Like not focus on the finishing, not focus on the whatever, the wrestling, just that part where they pass the legs, how they did it. I'm like, oh, that's how they do it. That's the pressure they use. That's how much aggressive they are as they do it. Not aggressive to hurt, but that's how much like action, like how much strength you need to put. Yeah, how much explosive you need to be. So this stuff I learned through watching tape. I'm like, oh, so if the knee cut is like this, as we drill it with that pace. When it comes to rolling pace, it becomes all the way up. So that pace of drilling, this is the pace of rolling, you know. But keeping the same drill. It's not knee cut and injuring the guy out, you know, with the knee. So as I was training, I would see the move and I would try to see how they do it in competition. I see it and I try to do how they see it do it in competition. And I'll try to mimic. You know, in the beginning I'm just trying to copy until I start to understand what is the sport telling me to do, you know? You're here to fight off your back, not get punched, and maybe leg lock people.
Well, it helps me a lot too. If I bring it back to what it's supposed to be,
yeah.
Like, why is there a guard? Where do I keep myself? Where do I keep my body? And if I remember, oh, I'm not supposed to get punched from here.
And you're supposed to be comfortable fighting off your back.
Yeah, and you have like a perfect posture. Out of nowhere, when you put that in your mind, like, I'm not supposed to be punched in this position, you know, and then the whole posture.
Even if you're just doing grappling. Even, like, you don't make yourself vulnerable. If you're training like this and it happens in the street, or just happens anywhere, you're going to do the same mistake. And you're gonna get punched, and now jiu-jitsu, you know, sucks.
Don't baby roll on the street.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you do that? Like, and again, don't wait for people to tap on the street. If there's like 5 guys kicking the shit out of you, you're gonna wait for them to tap. Yeah. You break the shit out of them. Yeah. You break somebody's arm, 5 guys are screaming and they're pulling their head, you know, because you just broke somebody's arm, and they don't know what to do. They're gonna run. Or they decide to fight and then you break more arms.
Yeah, you just keep going.
You break one guy's arm.
But usually one guy's arm is enough.
Yeah, one guy's enough. But at that time, I was trying to learn as I would watch. Learn and watch, you know? Learn and watch. So I would get with people who are maybe like, I would roll with purple belt, brown belt, something like this. And I would always see that I have no chance. You absolutely have no chance when you're white belt to get something. Yeah.
It's weird.
So I'm gonna get to that. So this guy is let's say this black belt here, and this a white belt. This black belt has been trained for 10 years. He knows underhooks, overhooks, all the fundamentals, all this stuff. Now I'm as a beginner. How am I gonna have better passing, overhook, underhook, all that stuff better than you when you've been practicing 10 years? I cannot. Yeah, it's just how life works. You do it good, you do it consistent, you become better. So I was like, all right, if these guys are so good with the fundamentals that I cannot overtop that, let me learn something they have no idea about. This is where leg locks come in place. Because at that time, I realized that everybody in Amsterdam or in Holland, they had less or no knowledge of what leg locks are, how it works.
The people around the road still don't. Most of them. It's starting now.
Some of them call it this. I'll just leg lock you. Sure, yeah. But which position you mentioned? Like, there's about 5, 6, 7 positions, and now it's getting even more.
They have a cool nickname for that in Brazil. It's called shoemakers.
Shoemakers.
Yeah, people that work in shoe store, or they make shoes. You know, that whole building. Like in Brazil, we call sapateiro. So, and some we call them like people that like to like.
Oh, sapateiro.
Sapateiro.
It's like there was a tournament called sapateiro.
No, sapateiro is actually the term for somebody that makes shoes.
There was just a tournament called sapateiro.
Really? There is one? Yeah. It's supposed to be like...
Now it makes sense, because now it's all about shoes. You know?
It's the guys that are like heel hookers, and they're like... they attack ankles a lot, or they like foot a lot. They're sapateiros. Wow, man.
I saw that there's gap in this area when it comes to athletes. I would go to tournaments, I don't watch. Nobody knows how to heel hook nobody. No. Nobody knows how to finish proper inside, outside heel hook. You don't even know what's inside, what's outside heel hook. You have no idea.
I was trained traditional. I still have no idea. I know how to get to the position, and then when people say, "Oh, that's an inside," I think, "Really? Did I? What the fuck? Really?"
It's really basic. Like, look, this is the inside of my hand, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same with the feet.
Oh God, that is.
This is the outside of my hand.
Now I feel stupid. I immediately can see it. What do you mean?
You see?
I can see it. I already in my mind. I'm like, if you're in the 50-50 or
you're in the inside heel. Exactly. You bring the leg outside and the outside. So if you're attacking this part, so you see, most of the stuff they come from the name. So
God, I feel stupid. Who the fuck came up with those Japanese shit?
I have no idea.
Where did that come from?
Like
we had cool names like Dead Orchard and Crack.
Dead Orchard is Nathan Orchards though.
Yeah, but it's a cool name. Like New York, New Jersey.
But it's based off his move, because he created the double armbar.
Oh yeah, that's from the Dead Orchard.
Yeah. So
that's a fucking cool name, by the way.
That's his last name, Orchard.
Yeah, that's the whole thing together in the most cool way.
It is.
What's the name of your move? Dead
Orchard. That's my signature move.
That's like the 5-point death grip. From
There's a page on Instagram now. It's called Dead Orchard Society.
There you go. But this is an awesome name. That is an awesome
name. It's a nice niche. So yeah, man, we kept learning this way, watching tape and trying to get better at stuff that people don't know. Like they're drilling to pass guard and stuff. I'm drilling how to heel hook people. So I abandoned all the fundamentals. I abandoned all the triangles. I abandoned everything. And I was like, I'm just gonna stick to heel hooks, outside, inside, just get the positions. I'll go to a tournament, try them out, get third. I'm like, oh. So before these tournaments, I'm getting my ass whooped in about 5 tournaments. So the first 5 tournaments in my life, it's a complete ass whooping. Boom, boom, boom. You're getting your ass whooped. My first tournament ever, Raflis, my MMA coach, I have footage of this. Him look like he's coaching me, and suddenly he just gives up and he just looks down like this, and you're like,
it's not gonna happen.
It's like, this guy is not gonna die, disappointed, super disappointed. I'm like, shit. I saw him in the fight. I was like, shit. So I lost 3 fights in a row, and the last fight, I did everything I could do in the world to win, and it was via leg lock.
Really?
And I had no idea what I was doing, man. Like, I was in somebody's guard. I tried to put my elbows in his thighs to make him, make it hurt, and eventually they opened the guard. The moment it opened, I just grabbed his Achilles, and I just put pressure, he tapped.
Perfect.
I had no idea what I was doing. He tapped, I was like, yeah, I won. Rafa was like, get your ass off, got your ass whooped 3 got your ass whooped 3 times already. Shut up. So I go home and I'm like, I got my ass whooped, but I won, and that winning was so good that I was
gave you the
ability. I was like, hey, shit, if I did it once, I train a little bit more, I know what I'm doing, then I can do it again. So I was like, it starts from here. But after this, I lose 5 tournaments straight away, because I go to the second, I try to win, and I'm afraid to lose, so I lose. The second tournament, you try the best, you win, you're afraid to lose, then you lose. The third one, I have to switch. I have to switch. I was like, look, I cannot go there afraid to lose. I have to go there loving to lose. So I'm going to go there intentionally to lose, to learn how I lost. So I'll go there, give my back, and let them choke me.
Just to understand.
Just to see what they did. Because I'm not getting that much knowledge here. It's a big group. It's about 20 guys on the mat. Everybody's asking questions. You can only get a little bit, if there's other jiu-jitsu teams, then you can join different jiu-jitsu teams and get knowledge from everywhere. But again, that's a different budget. So I was trying to do as much and learn from the field testing, you know. So I'll go just do stuff and let them, you know, let them go for arm bars, let them go for chokes, let them go for dashes, and I have everything on tape. They do it, I learn from the way they did it. They watch, take notes, Come here, get my ass whooped, watch, take notes, and it just became that. And you keep losing until it stopped. And I was like, oh,
that's
bronze, then silver, then gold medal in beginners tournament. The first gold medal I won is submission only in Belgium. It was the first thing I ever won. It was submission only tournament in Belgium. And 2 fights, both of them finished with heel hooks. No, straight foot locks. Sorry.
Wow, man.
The moment
now I completely understand the fascination with it. You know, and
with the leg locks, yeah, it gives you an option. It gives you an option of, you know, of mastering something that another guy has been training for longer, and you can.
Man, that is amazing.
But that was still beginner's tournament. I haven't even jumped into advanced yet.
Man, I'm so happy right now because we're doing this. So I'm getting like a little bit of footage out there.
And some food too.
And you get to eat some food too, man. And this is amazing. You're actually doing this. Man, I'm happy to hear like this whole story because it gets like the idea is I came here and I was like, this dude is really good, but we never actually really sat down to talk, you know. We never had the time for it. We're always training and always and we're like always like happy together and stuff like that and having a good relationship. But it was a jiu-jitsu.
And the moment I saw you, I knew we would get along easy.
I mean, the moment I saw you too, the moment you talked and said like, hey, no, welcome. I said, dude, I sent you a message, right? Look, I'm this and this and this. I'm coming by, man. Can I please train with you guys? The moment I stepped in and the moment we fought, I was like, this is an amazing dude. This is what I want.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Fuck my feet up. Fuck my feet up. I was a black belt, trained traditionally in jiu-jitsu and everything like that. People in Brazil, they hate it. They hate footlocks. They look down on you if you use footlocks. And I got in there and and I got here and I said, this motherfucker just took me in like a roller coaster ride of what it is to attack somebody's leg. It doesn't exist. You go to this different game. It doesn't exist. You learn how to footlock and knee bar and like turn somebody's foot around and stuff like that at brown belt.
But it's not systematic. Yeah, but it's not systematically though. No. Like there's no system. Now leg loss is a system. It's a setup. It's something you need to drill and put a lot of thought on. Like people get good arm bars. But they have no control of the legs.
You know who's the first person I saw give a leg lock? No. Rosie Mapayares.
Yeah. I saw him do this everything.
In the UFC, but he wouldn't let go of people's shit and just would.
That would be scary. Yeah. I was anti that.
That made me scared until I came here for knee locks or for heel hooks.
Yeah, but people are scared because they don't know the proper defense.
Exactly. And I did know it, and I said, like, if anybody ever tries to, I'm not.
For me, brother, armbar is as dangerous as you look. If I don't know how to defend, I'm gonna break my arm.
I'm teaching it now too. I'm teaching this shit too.
Yeah, go for it. You should. If you're not teaching leg locks to
you're not teaching the whole thing.
Students, then you're gonna have blue belts who get tapped by white belts.
There you go. You can't have that.
So yeah, man, I won my first tournament. Then I won the second was Rotterdam Open, and after that I abandoned the beginners. So once I got 2 gold medals, I was like, done. I'm done with you guys. I proved that I'm above average. Now let's jump into advanced and see how it goes. Again, it takes about 2-3 tournaments to get your ass whooped until you get the rhythm. Once I got the rhythm of fighting with advanced guys with colored belts. It was insane, man. It was kind of the opening of everything because I got over the fear of fighting somebody with a colored belt. Like I didn't care. I was a white belt at that time, and I felt like, oh, I'm good. I'm blue belt. But at that time, I was like, shit. I'm not gonna wait for somebody to put a belt on me so I can tell somebody I'm better. For me, it's better that people be like, oh, you're that good and you're a white belt. That's what I wanted to hear, you know. So I would go to advanced tournaments. Fight against brown belts, black belts, purple belts, blue belts, get my ass whooped. I don't care. I'm just there to lower my tempo and fight. At least fight with a blade, not get smooth. Like I'll get destroyed at the end, but at least have the ability of fighting without being afraid. You know what I mean? Like when you go at somebody that he can kick your ass, but you're not afraid of it happening. Like you just do it. Fuck it. I don't care. Where you gonna go? I'm gonna tap. Done.
There's over.
I don't care. You happy with the tap, but I'll see you next time.
I will get better.
I'm still alive. You know.
You know.
Personally, I don't like to fight personally. If you make it personal, then you're hunting individuals. No, I want to hunt titles. Like I want to hunt a belt, a medal, a tournament, but not people. I mean, you get that no one, I don't care. But let's see. Let's see who is gonna achieve more at the end. Let's see who's gonna have more at the end. So I'm more of that kind. So I kept winning.
But that's completely right. That's perfectly logical.
People see
it
the
held
world.
me back for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I hate losing.
Yeah.
Since a kid, I couldn't take it.
I love losing.
I couldn't take it. And then I learned through jiu-jitsu how to lose.
How to lose, and how to love that shit.
And it took me a while, for maybe until I was a brown belt, to get into a competition, lose and go like, I lost.
Yeah,
Even if I did my best, even if I didn't do my best, even if whatever the situation was, just accept it. It turned into this acceptance thing and just be, there's an tournament, be happy for the guy. It's his time to be on the stage.
Or maybe you just didn't work enough hard enough.
That could be it too. But usually I worked so hard. I was so tired. So many times I was so tired, and I got into the championships anxious because I couldn't lose.
Yeah.
And then when you get into that mentality, I can't lose. I shouldn't lose. I can never lose.
Then you lose.
I'm big. I'm too strong. I'm an absolute. I can't be tapped by a small guy and stuff like that. When that mentality was in me, every time I fought in the absolute, some small guy would come up, fuck me up. And then there was
when you're afraid you lose, you're losing. That's something.
And every single time I fight happy or not giving a shit, it was the best competitions I ever had.
Like man, I think about fighting like a paint, like a white canvas like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to paint an armbar like here, something. That's it. Like that's how I see it. It's like empty and I'm the painter,
Perfect. Yeah.
And to mix all these colors and make them fit in one nice painting, So. I won the first two tournaments, the beginners. Then I moved to advanced. I literally climbed the ladder from 0 to 1. So I go win bronze, then win silver, then another silver, keep silver a little bit, then win gold. So the gold medal, I have a couple of them now, but the most important one that I really care about was the Dutch submission only championships.
When was that?
I think it was 2016. No, sorry, 17. I think it was 17. And I just came back from the USA. And this is the time that I saw Gordon and I met Gary Tonin and trained with him. And this was the turning point of my life because I have a belief when you're driven to something, stuff doesn't happen coincidence anymore. So now I'm practicing jiu-jitsu. I'm in the USA. I didn't even go there to do jiu-jitsu. I just did go there to work. So I went there to do a job, and I'm walking in Wildwood, New Jersey, on a boardwalk. On a boardwalk, and I'm just chilling. Suddenly, I find a huge person just walking next to me like this, and I look and I see going around. I'm like, what the fuck?
Is he that big?
For me, he's that big. I'll show the picture. I'm next to I'm for his shoulder. My head is next to his shoulder.
Like 180, 190.
Yeah, but he just got buffed. Like at that time, he just got buffed. At that time, And he was walking. I was like, what? Did I just see Gordon? And I'm Emad who practices. Like if I didn't come here 6 months earlier, I wouldn't know him. Do you see what was happening? The connection here.
Yeah.
That's why I don't believe in coincidence that much because
doesn't exist.
Yeah, why did it happen? Like, why would I make
it?
So I was like, shit. Then I looked at him. I was like, hey, downright! I just shout. I swear to God, I just shout. And he looked at me and he was like, who? He's like, who the hell knows me here? And it's Wildwood. Like, it's Jersey. It's the end of Jersey, Like, straight to the ocean. It's not even the middle of Jersey, It's like really at the edge. So he's looking at me like, hey, and I go running at him. I was like, hey, man, thank you for stopping. I'm one of your biggest fans. I love your work. I mean, I'm a 10% guy, but again, you're just a superior. Thank you so much for doing all this stuff for the sport. You're raising the bar up for us as athletes, to become super dedicated and shit. And he's really, really nice, man. We talked and
he was a nice guy?
Yeah, he gave me some motivational talk because I told him I'm going to compete at Naga because it was at the same city, like a week after. And he was like, yeah, man, just go for it. And if you need anything, just come to Gary Toner's gym at Brunswick. I was like, what? Yeah, hell yeah. That's good. But one thing I'm going to say is the first thing I say, Gary Toner is for me, is the most decorated fighter in the world. Nobody can top him when it comes to making the fight exciting, when it comes to finishing mechanics, when it comes to finesse. This guy is superior.
When he transitioned to MMA, I said, you did good.
Yeah. I'm actually waiting for him to fight Kron Gracie at UFC. That would be the biggest one. Oh my god. So yeah, man, he gives me that invite. I'm like,
that's a war declaration you did right there.
I'm sorry to say it.
Shots are fired. Oh my god.
Gary Toner and Kron Gracie should happen.
My god, that's an amazing fight. Think about it.
It should happen. Just thinking about it.
Just think about the legacy behind it. The whole thing, like
and it's a rematch from their ADCC.
Oh my god, that would be so in UFC, imagine it.
And MMA now. So who has superior jiu-jitsu?
Who would take it?
That's hard.
It's hard.
I would say Gary Toner. Not because I love him.
You know what?
And I love his style and everything. I love everything he does, and his work ethic is superior. But I think Gary is more open to everything. Like he's open to anything in technique. Kron is a little bit strategized. I have one strategy I'm gonna do.
I really like Kron. I really like him, but I see Gary.
I see you, Gary, win. Yes, I see Gary.
After I saw him on the ADCC doing that flying scissor hook
on was beautiful.
On the guy from
can't remember his name though.
With the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Really good. Sounds like your name sometimes. I forgot his name. Really good at triangles, flying triangles and shit.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah, man. So the moment he says Gary Toner, I was like, what? I can go and train with Gary. He's like, yeah, just target him. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So I say hi, we shake hands, I take a picture. I see Nikki, I say hi to Nikki, and I shake his hand, and nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Then I go home, and I'm the happiest person in the world. Because I just started jiu-jitsu 6 months ago. I meet the legendary, and he gives me a motivational speech, and he invites me to go to train with Gary Toner. I'm like, this everything I dreamed of happened in a little bit. So I go home, I put on online Brunswick Jiu-Jitsu, schedule. All right, there's 2 hours where I live, so it doesn't matter. I took a whole day off of work, and I wake up at 8, fix a ride, go 2 hours traveling, do a session with him. The moment I go in, so this is how Gary's like this. He's sitting like this on his phone. People are training, and he's like this. And I go in, he's like, hello. And he looks at me like this. Then I tell him, hey, can I train with you? Then he's like, yeah, don't change, then we'll train. It's the first time for me to be in a different gym. In his Gary Toner's gym. So I don't know how to behave. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do, bro. Like, do I do this before I go on the mat? Or do I bow down? Like, I don't know what to do. What kind of respect should I show? But I'm being super paranoid. I'm super, tied up. I don't know what the hell that I'm doing, man. And before that, I tell him online that I'm a templated guy, but I really love your style. I love what you do, so I can, I want to come, but please, like, don't think that I'm wanting to challenge you in your gym or something, like something like that, Like
overly respectful.
Yeah, overly respectful. But
it's better to be overly respectful than just than not to have than having them like, oh, is he challenging me?
Yeah, so I'm trying because I know that like there's not conflict, but they're competitors like Team Renzo and Team Templar. We compete against each other, so I know some people from Templar, they don't train at Renzo at all. Like
just because of that.
No, I think not because of the competition, but I think they're not allowed or something like that. Like Danaher doesn't allow any Templar guys to be in his session, but it's not what we're talking about. But I didn't know how to behave, man. Like I didn't know what to do. Like what to do. So I put on my rash guard, I put on my shorts, no Templar stuff, just random brand, and I go inside and I'm trying to socialize with people and stuff. So I'm talking, where you're from, and I say I'm from Amsterdam. And the moment he hears that I'm from Amsterdam, he realized, oh, this guy is just not a local who comes to visit. He came all the way from Europe to train with us, so maybe get social with him a little bit. So I talked to him, and we talked a lot. He explains so much leg locks. I learned so much from his class. But the way they start training is way different than anywhere else.
How they do?
They start 30 minutes of sparring first, before class.
That is awesome.
It's crazy.
That is awesome.
30 minutes sparring, you're dead. Yeah. Then technique for 1 hour, then 30 minutes sparring.
That is awesome.
Then you're dead.
2 hour class?
2 hours class.
What time was the class? What kind of class was it?
I think we started at 6 or 7. 6 or 7, then we finish. Yeah, do 2 hours.
8. It's an evening class.
We do a 1 hour, so we do half an hour, and we do a break, like small break. Somebody gets water, go to the bathroom, blah blah. Then we go do half an hour of technique, live drilling on that technique. Then you go for full sparring. So we would do half an hour break, half an hour break, half an hour break. Like we'd do 4 breaks in the 2 hours. And it was pretty intense. After the training, I was dead. Like I couldn't do shit. Got choked so many times. Didn't get leg locked anytime. Thank God. I didn't get leg locked, but I got choked so many times. Like when you get choked and you feel like you're gonna puke. Like there's no oxygen in your system anymore.
Yes, the good ones.
Yeah, that one. So I was like really dying from chokes. And at the end, I took a picture with him. I say thank you, of course, because it was super awesome to be there. It's something like off your bucket list, like go to the gym and train with him, for a session. So that happened, and since then I'm fully committed to jiu-jitsu. Once I saw these guys, and I saw how they train and how they live, yeah, I'm like, fuck, like if I focus a little bit, I might reach there somewhere, like somehow, someday.
That's awesome. Would you do it too? Like those kind of classes? 30 minutes before everything?
Yes, but only with hardcore competitors though.
Alright. So, but it was a competition class?
It was half and half, I would say.
Yeah? Yeah,
there was some beginners too, but that's the deal when you're in a gym of a world champion. You're training like an animal. Doesn't matter if you're a competitor or if you're not. You're gonna train like an animal, That's the difference between a regular gym and a world class gym.
30 minutes of fighting. And
then you train, and then you spar again. So it was a killer. So I finished that, and I'm fully committed to jiu-jitsu. I go home, I'm so happy. I finished my traveling in the US. I come back here, train with Raul. We didn't even start a 10 planet yet. We were just training. So me and Raul, we became super close because he was super dedicated with jiu-jitsu and I was super dedicated. And that's why I tell everybody. It's like, oh, hey, when they ask me, hey, how do we get better at jiu-jitsu? Find a laptop, find a good training partner, and just train.
Don't think about anything else.
That's it.
Don't go anywhere else.
So I'll bring Raul.
That's exactly how you should.
I'll bring a laptop. We'll open some instructions. We'll open some jiu-jitsu fights.
Live in the gym.
We'll do some small cuts in slow motion, so we know exactly what these guys are doing. Slow-mo the shit out of it. Study it. Trial, error. Fix a move. Try to go to a tournament. Try to land it there. Come back, work on it, and back and forth. Then and so we started the Amsterdam Jiu-Jitsu game, and that changed a lot because it's the first time. You
started bringing people in.
Of course, yes. You got the Martinez Bros, Gio, Boogie, Lori. And Elvira, they're ACC champions.
Man.
They're really good. They're really great, really hardcore people. They really go for the kill. Nathan Orchard came the first time. There was so much talent at the first game.
And it's gonna happen again, right?
Yeah. May 16th.
You still have room?
Yes, sir. You still have room. For you and your team, you got live discount with Julio's team. So if you're with Julio's team, you call me or you call Julio, you get a team discount on that. So
there you go. That's the promotion part.
That's the
one. This is sponsored content, by the way.
This is only for Julio, by the way.
Content right now.
Only for Julio.
Wow.
So the camp came, 5 or 6 black belts in the mat. And we're like, whoa, this is some new jiu-jitsu we have never experienced. So this jiu-jitsu you have been doing for 1 month, 1 year, it's in the garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. It's being replaced.
Immediately.
Updated, replaced, all that stuff, tailored, And then we'll work on it. So we take the context from camp and we worked on it for about, 1 year maybe. The second camp came in. We did the second camp. We're still working on development and competing, doing all that stuff, growing. The second camp came in. Then now we're like committed, but now we're like trying to find a way to stay committed. In the essence that I'm gonna find a job that helps me pay for jiu-jitsu. That's the aim now. It's not to save money to get a house. It's not to save money to get a car. It's not to save money to do jiu-jitsu. Yes, it's to save money to do jiu-jitsu. That's the whole part. So we would work, save money to come here, and we could do camps and travel. So the second camp happened. Now Elvira and Laurie, they invited us to go to their gym in Finland, and I was like, oh my god, I can go for a week, learn really good jiu-jitsu from black belts, and use that knowledge for that week for a year. Because I'm gonna learn so much there, I'm gonna have so much good content, and I just drill the shit out of it for the whole year. Then I'm gonna have good jiu-jitsu. So that's the mindset.
Seminar and camp mindset. Yes, it's very important, man. It's
so like, me and Raul, we book a ticket, and Bianca also, she came with us, and we go to Finland for a whole week. We train about 5 hours a day. One thing that I need to mention, shout out for Laurie and Elvira from Thin Planet Finland. The most powerful work ethic I ever seen in my life is Laurie and Elvira. They don't leave the mat. They train gi, no gi, strength and conditioning at the same time. So we would have a training session with Laurie and Elvira. We would finish the session. We would do some privates with them, like just us, be them and Raul. And then we're leaving the gym together. It's like, hey Laurie, where are you going? It's like, I'm going to lift weights. Like, it's been 5 hours training already, It's like,
and then he's still
gonna go lift weights. So there's some work ethics that you have to reach if you want to be above.
You have to do it.
You have to be. So yeah, if you think 5 hours a day is enough, your competition is probably doing more.
If it's like after 5 hours a day, then you still have to go to the gym and lift weights, and you should.
Then you should do that. I mean, it's all about outworking the guys. Remember when Dustin Poirier fought Khabib?
Yes.
I remember Khabib's fight. He said, this is what Khabib said. He said, I prepared 90 days for this camp. 90 days. Then on the other side, Poirier's camp is short about 2-3 weeks.
Oh my god.
Less than Khabib. And Khabib is the champ, by the way. So basically, he outworked me before he even fought. He outworked. This guy's...
He prepared to go to the camp.
Yes. No. His fight camp is 90 days. Damn. That's 2 weeks more than Poirier's camp. Damn. You already outworked by 2 weeks.
Damn.
That's a lot of hours. So many hours in the gym. So it's all about outworking the other guys. If you watch Ras Sahabi, is always talking about taking care of your body and relaxation. But there's sometimes that you're gonna have to go full-time, hardcore, reckless. You're gonna go crazy, train 8 hours a day.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
You're gonna get injured and all that stuff, but you should get injured. It's combat sport, Like, you should get injured, and that helps you how to endure. It makes you more not vulnerable. It makes you more okay with getting injured
and learning how to get injured.
Yes, and learning not to get injured.
Exactly. Yeah, but most of your jiu-jitsu life is going to be with some kind of injury, one or another. Yeah, that's amazing to hear that.
Minimize it is the best way, because like now, for example, I don't get leg injuries compared to when I started learning leg locks. But I'll get injuries like my fingers when we're doing wrestling, and you go with open fingers, then you get your fingers twisted in the middle or something.
And smashed and everything like that. But that is an amazing...
Or getting your foot stuck in the mat or something like that.
That is amazing work ethic, by the way. I'm just thinking about it and said, damn, that's about it. That's about it. If you have to turn... It happened to me naturally because I did morning classes, afternoon classes, night classes, and in between, we did some workouts, Mm-hmm. I hated working out. I hated lifting weights. I still hate it to this day. It's boring.
It is boring.
But you have to put your mind like on meditation mode and do it. But then you have to do it. But it came down to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours and a half of jiu-jitsu, man.
Yeah, 4 hours jiu-jitsu. I love that. Yeah, like for life.
4.5 hours.
I like to drill the whole day.
Yes.
But I would like to drill something that I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to spar.
I stopped drilling, man. You know that? I stopped drilling.
Well, this is my intake on this one. I will only drill something I already know. Something I don't know. I like a technique I have my first time to see it. That's what I'm gonna drill it. But if I'm already good with arm bars, I'll go to a sparring session and I'll tell myself, I'm only gonna do arm bars today. That's how I drill the arm bar.
And when it takes drilling, I don't know how many times you do it, but if there's a move or but there's usually I don't drill sequences. I stopped doing that. That was the waste of my time. Mm-hmm. If you guys do it and it works for you, please keep on doing it. It's purely personal. But then like I train.
It has to be a back and forth sequence, not just you doing stuff. It has to be the bottom guy doing stuff too.
Yes. That would probably make it better too. Yeah. You know, if the bottom guy reacted and stuff. Right? But usually the beginning drills were like lay down, put your legs up, and let's do 1,000 leg drags. You know, which makes my leg drags really good, but it made my leg drags really good in one situation when the guy's laying down and his leg is up.
And everyone's giving you a different guard.
Or if somebody gives me anything else and I don't see it or I don't have my same movement speed with that thing. But I changed it up and I did more fighting.
Yeah.
So I got better at fighting because I drilled fighting, I drilled sparring, I drilled that.
Yeah, exactly. You just put the move into a real action, you know, and see how it really works.
And that's how it is. I did the same thing, man. Like put in my head, okay, today is this day. Today or this week, this whole week, we are doing arm bars. I'm just doing arm bars.
Well, also in the sparring session, it's different because sometimes you have a sparring session and
what's up, brother?
Handdoek, man. Misschien geen handdoeks.
Towels.
Ja, towels.
That one I think is here.
Guys, we're doing this podcast right now in the middle of a gym. People are training all around us. It's how it's supposed to be. So we're having a good time here.
So yeah, man. We did Finland. Laurie and Elvira reshaped my jiu-jitsu and Raul's jiu-jitsu. Reshaped it completely. Made me more aware of. So before I go to Finland, I had this problem of, is this move gonna work or not? I had this doubt of every move, you know. Came back from Finland, had no doubt. I had knowledge, you know. Like I came back from Finland, I had knowledge. Like underhook is not something I believe that I should have. I know I should have.
There you go.
You see the difference?
There you go.
So I don't like jiu-jitsu is not about what you believe would work. It's what you know would work. I know underhook would work with passing because I've been there, done that, got my back taken without it. So you know that underhook is a must as passing. I mean, in some situations you don't really need it, but you cannot just go without it.
No,
or at least hip control.
It's super important.
Yes, you need hip control at least.
Absolutely.
So you become more knowing than believing. Before I would believe, oh, if I go from this move it'll work. I believe it works, but believe ain't shit in jiu-jitsu, brother. You need to know. You need to know how. You need to know your shit.
I learned that kind of stuff. And in Brazil, it's like in the following way. If you train there, most black belts won't give you shit. Mm-hmm. They won't give you shit. Like 12 o'clock is competition time, and you see people coming from their jobs in suits, in military clothes, in police officer clothes, people from all walks of life. If they're competing, 12 o'clock, they're in the gym to do the competition class. And black belts don't give you shit. They teach you by smashing you. Yeah. And they have this mentality all throughout your life until you become a black belt yourself. And then when you do become a black belt yourself, you go like, after you have like, I don't want to say like if you have to become a black belt, it's not like putting a black belt will get you magical powers or something like that. But after a certain period of time, you come to appreciate being not taught, but smashed into learning. Man, I remember this guy. I had like
but that's also what's different with where you come from. Like with Brazil, you guys are tough, right? You guys are into capoeira, you're into kickboxing, all kind of combat sports. So
man, they love it. They love it. It's football. It's like
some people need guidance to fall in love or something. You know? If you pressure them down, and they're already getting pressured outside, they're gonna run away.
They're gonna run. That's true. That's what I realized here too. It's like it's not the way I would teach it. I wouldn't. Well, I do. I have a couple of people that I do it to. You know, because I know they can take it. They know. I know they want it. I know that that's the way they learn. But
that's the way they learn.
And this is something of the good things I want to say. If you want to become a good competitor, I believe, if you want to reach the next level of competition,
you have to be that every day at least.
You have to also teach, man. Teach people. Yes. Teach people. Go back and go sit in the position and explain to somebody how it works. Because when you're explaining it to them, you're going back and explaining it to you.
Yeah. But also, if you explain So this is something that I'm learning new because in my deep down heart, I don't know if I'm a good teacher or not.
Let me tell you something. You are. You're an
Thank you,
amazing
thank you.
teacher. I came here so many times, and every single time I'm like, I use your shit in my class. I used it a couple of times. I was like, oh, what? This? Oh, I'm doing this tomorrow in my class. I don't give a shit if it's copyright infringement or not. You hear that, Planet? I'm stealing your shit.
No, man, it's all good. I mean, all jiu-jitsu is good jiu-jitsu. Nobody can claim it to him because it's all taken from people. You know?
You're an amazing teacher, man. Don't
But thank you. But you see, you're always being judged. You cannot really judge yourself. You cannot say, "Oh, I'm a great teacher." Full of shit. So you're always gonna be judged. But when it comes to me judging me, I always say, "How do I know if I'm a good teacher or not?" Maybe people just being nice.
You're never done. You're never done.
You
You're never
know.
good enough. You're
So-
never good enough. That's the mentality you have to keep.
So I had that shit like in my head for a while, and I'm trying to get better, and I try to teach better, and try to be nice to people and stuff. But I never had a confirmation that I'm a good teacher. Since I started teaching kids, now I'm having this confirmation.
Yeah,
Because if I can make the kid understand it and perform it, then I'll make the adult understand it and perform it.
Of course.
So kids class are a blessing.
Man, kids is the most fun thing ever.
If you want to really teach jiu-jitsu, start with teaching kids. Because if you can communicate, if you have the tolerance to communicate it to kids,
The patience.
and your patience and your tolerance and the passion for jiu-jitsu to transfer that knowledge to somebody else, you can do that with anybody.
Oh man, that's true.
Anybody.
That's true. Kids classes are amazing.
Are amazing, man.
I usually go. This is some guilt I have to confess. When I used to give when I used to give kids classes, I used to hate waking up early to get there, and I'm tired and teaching kids that are unruly and everything like that. But the moment I step on the mat, there were always like 2 or 3 kids that would run up to you and hug you, not pay attention, be hard to communicate with. But still, I left that class with so much good energy.
Yes.
Every single time. I went in angry and I came out a wonderful, loving, father-like figure that was a sensei and shit.
Maybe working out or jiu-jitsu for me, for example, waking up and going to it sucks. Coming back from it is awesome.
The amazing feeling.
Like sometimes I have to teach 8 a.m. class, and sometimes I leave from here 12 p.m. the day before. So I have a couple of hours only sleep.
I don't know how you do it.
I wake up, I'm like, I hate my life, and I want to go to sleep and stuff. But I know that people that are coming, they're waiting for me to teach them, so I man up and I start, getting ready. But the moment I came here, the same thing. When people start showing up, you feel like, oh, they're coming here for me, so why should I be all that negative, You're here because you're doing something you love, but it's the going part, not the coming back part, Like going to your job, anyway, it sucks if you're working in a company, but going to your gym sucks. Coming back from the gym is the best thing in the world.
You're done.
Best thing in the world.
Movement,
Finish the session, it's the best thing in the world.
Movement, man. I'm so happy.
Brother, I'm so happy that we're doing this.
We did it.
Next time we need to bring some other MMA fighters. We'll talk about MMA more.
I want to talk to Rafis.
But I have some interesting story for you. I didn't finish it yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on. Let me just see how long are we doing, because I'm excited to see how
Yeah,
much
go
time
for it.
What's the story? We're gonna tell the story.
I have a story with me and Ro, how we started.
Cool. Man, we have been going for. Let me see. Oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
An hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
That's nothing.
We can finish it 2 hours.
Yeah, we can do it. We can keep going.
Alright.
It was amazing. I have to give you money. Look,
for what?
people, there's transactions going on.
Do we're still live, right?
Yeah, we still live.
Right.
We still live. I have 15 here. I'll get you the rest later.
Come on, man.
What are you doing? Hey, if your
I
friends
got you, man. I got you for this as a treat.
No, man. Really? And all this? And you gave me the
Oh,
money
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's 15.
Please.
Yeah.
Alright. So, back to the story.
I'm giving you the money now because I'm Brazilian and I might forget on purpose. All Brazilians are thieves.
No, man.
Don't remember that. Don't trust us. Don't trust us with money. Don't trust us with your wives. Don't trust us. Nah, that's a bad rep. Brazilians are really wonderful.
No, man, come on. Look, there's a good, bad, and crazy in every race. I believe that. So, No race is just pure.
That was the best one ever. There's what is it? There's good, bad, and crazy.
It's true.
That's the best way of saying it. Is that in English? No, that's Is that an official saying?
The avocados. No, just something I say because some people say like, oh, these Asians are crazy or these Americans are crazy. I'm like, bro, why are you talking like you're like fucking came from God? Everybody has something.
Dude, amazing idea.
Yeah,
I love
perfect,
it.
right?
I love it.
So
I love that shit.
I'm here. I'm winning all these tournaments.
Going great.
Getting my name out. Raul is also starting to compete. He didn't want to compete. I convinced him to compete because he's teaching me so much. He's doing jiu-jitsu way more than I was doing it. And then we both connected together. We were both dedicated. We were both had the same passion of just doing jiu-jitsu, committing to it. And then the opportunity came to us to start the Template venture because the guys who were running it, they left. They couldn't manage it anymore. So the school had no owner or no coach, you know. So me and Raul, we stepped in and it started from there, man. At the beginning, everything was terrible at the beginning, you know. We were purple belts, so if somebody wants to train with a black belt or wants to train with jiu-jitsu, us, for him, we're not the best teachers. Because we just started, we're beginners, we're competitors. Yeah, we're getting our name out there. We tap black belts, Raul tap brown belts, I tap black belts, but again, belts don't matter. Belts don't matter, man. Like, the black belt that I tapped, he had no idea what leg locks are.
There you go.
If somebody who's a black belt who knows leg locks, I'll probably be fucked up. So,
there you go. And that's why one of the things that make me sympathize with you guys a lot, because I opened my gym in Brazil as a purple belt.
yeah.
I never got my ass kicked so hard in my life. Oh god.
It's insane, man.
Just thinking back to it, it was like borderline torture.
Insane.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. You
We
know?
opened that, and it was a little bit weird because somehow I need to have this is what people, like, this bullshit's still in people's heart. You need to have a black belt if you're gonna say.
You have a degree in something. You need it.
Like if I'm gonna show a technique video, I need to be somebody who's really good.
Or else it doesn't matter.
No, or else nobody's gonna listen, or they're gonna criticize you, or say, "Oh, this move is not gonna work on high level competitors." Like,
alright.
have you even been in high level competitors so we can judge? Like, brother, there's crazy stuff happening in high level competitors. So it took a little bit of time to put base for the school again, because there was Gustavo, then there was two other guys, then there was us. So the base has already gone destroyed twice. Now we're the third. So we had to start all over from the beginning, but with a different mindset that we are here on the mat every day. If you're here every day, you're gonna see me every day. I'm not gonna hire nobody to teach. I'm the guy, I'm the competitor, I'm the teacher, I'm your coach, and I'm your training partner. I don't let people tell me coach or sensei or shit like that. I hate it.
I don't know what to do about that.
Or professor.
I don't know. I tell people the whole time, like, don't call me that. I don't feel like it. I don't want to be it. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to be near this.
Don't do that. But then I don't get them to like stop. You know.
Yeah. But I like to be concerned to them as the training partner.
That is
because if they see me as the sensei and I'm walking around, maybe his work ethic is not too like. Maybe me and you are just talking right now, and we're supposed to drill, but we're talking. The instructor is next to us. Oh yeah, we're drilling, but he moves away. Now we're talking. You see the shit?
I know this shit.
It's there because they're afraid from the instructor, but it's not because they want it. So if I'm not training, if I'm not the instructor, I'm the training partner. They're drilling. They're not talking around. And if they're going to be talking, they're going to be talking with me. Yeah. Then we're talking more jiu-jitsu. You know, I'm getting them involved. Yes, I'm getting them back. But I'm not going to walk and be like, oh, let's work. Right. I don't put pressure on people. You know, just want them. Make them love stuff. You know, love what you do. You're going to do it without me. So people tell me sometimes, why are you not disciplined with your students? I'm like, why do I need to? Am I your daddy? No. One thing that I hate doing is tell people to work hard. I hate.
How do you do it by yourself or you don't? You can put fire into people.
I show them.
Yeah, exactly. You can put fire into people, but you can't like make them do it. Either you do it or you don't. And
I show them a simple move, then I show them a really complicated move, and everybody's like this. They have no idea what I did.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you think I got there in one day? And they said no. It's like, yeah, I did this, and I did this, and I wrote this, and I did this to get there. So if you want to get there, you start working. Yeah. They're like, oh, it's like, oh, so this guy was just regular like us. He didn't know anything. It's just hard work that got him there. And I just don't like saying that to people because you should know it on your own. You know, like we're in the era that talent is no good if it's not backed up by hard work.
That's true.
So if you're talented in jiu-jitsu, good, but good luck because I'm gonna out-athlete you.
Dude, we're gonna have so many things that I have to write down that you're saying.
Man.
There's some memorable ass quotes going on here, you know.
There's a podcast now.
You know, we're gonna put like memes of you like saying inspirational shit, you know, just like pepper.
No, man.
Social media.
I'm just learning, honestly, from people. Like people, they.
But it's true. It's true. It's true. If you're very talented, I remember. I'm not gonna talk bad about people, but you remember the guy that knocked out Mirko Cro Cop in UFC?
I think so, yeah.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gabriel Gonzaga.
Man, awesome, super mega talented. I mean, the guy was mega talented. And then when you hear back from their, how do I say this? From their camp, lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if that's true or not, but
I don't know if it's true too. But you see, he disappeared. He doesn't work it.
Well,
and you get like
he just had a fight with Gordon Knight, but he got finished in like 50 seconds or something.
Yeah, doesn't work it, man. He just trying to do something, you know. That if you look at the other guys that really put the work into it, like constant, Yo Romero works. Cain Velasquez used to train so hard, he fucked himself up.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the difference, man. You get to the highest level only if you work the hardest.
Yes.
You have to outwork people. That's something you said. That's
work hard, work smart. Be careful what you do. Don't injure yourself. I mean, you have to have the full package. It's not just hard work will get you there. No, hard work. I mean, I had this problem also before. I just told you before filming. We didn't know what move would work. So sometimes I would drill a move that's completely wrong for an hour.
You have to take it. Finland seems like
it's awesome. But imagine drilling a move that is wrong for 1 hour. You work really hard, but it's not smart.
It's not.
You know, so you have to work hard, and you have to work hard that on the shit that works. You know. Because if you waste your time on shit that doesn't work, it's never gonna happen. You know, you're never
waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
You threw it away. You threw it away. That's why I was never good at drilling. That's why I never went back into it.
Yeah.
I just fought my ass. But 12 o'clock classes was like warming up, and then there was this. We trained under Jukinha.
Yes.
And he's in the world record books for having the most students ever.
Ooh.
He's really good. He's like from the older generation. He trained with the older guys, you know. And he has like, if you think about lineage, he is like one of the most direct lines to the original Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, you know. So and his Jiu-Jitsu was something else. It's like the real invisible stuff, you know. I was like, so many times it was like, I completely passed him and he was on my back.
Back right away.
He was on my, he was like, he completely passed me.
I can go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, sure, man.
Is this you can pause it?
We don't have to. I'll keep talking to them
all
the whole time, man. I don't mind.
Go to the bathroom. If I take too long,
I'll call the police, yeah. So yeah, guys, this is doing great. One of the beautiful things about this is we get to learn about all these different fighters, and that's the idea I had with it. Like, tell me, how did you get to this? How do you understand it? What are the moves you did? What are the people you met? And stuff like that. So, getting into the mindset of how somebody is, you know, and it's just, I've been doing this whole time. I like to, after classes, I usually sit around and I'm doing my drills or doing my calisthenics and stuff like that, my stretching especially. After class, I'll just sit down and I stretch my whole body as much as I can. And from that, you usually start talking to people and then you realize where they came from, how did they get there? And it's everybody has this amazing, beautiful story. And that's what I wanted to get out of here. That's what I wanted to get out of it was get Emad here because he's such an amazing, amazing story. You know, I'm saying this now really quietly because he's not here. But yeah. that's what's the meaning of this. I want to interview a lot of people. This one is, to me, a very big success. Going into it, it's awesome. Awesome to hear it. Awesome to be involved in his story. Awesome to be hearing where he came from and what he did. And I want to get Raul in here too. Raul is kind of his teacher. They started together. You heard the story, you know. Get these two in there. And getting more people, man. I have a list of interesting people that I really want to talk to, like from all walks of life. And I'm going to try my best to bring it back to fighting, in a way, to bring it back to bring it back to martial arts. That's the whole thing. It's supposed to be interesting towards martial artists and to all people in life. I mean, there's a lot of lessons to be learned if you fight. If you fight a lot, there's a lot of shit to be learned from living this kind of lifestyle. Shit, I don't know anything else to say. Waiting for Emad to return and stuff. There's going to be a camp soon here, and it's an amazing camp. It's going to be. I have it here somewhere. It's super good. I can't find it. He posted it a couple of times already. I'm like ashamed already that he did. I don't see it, but I have some pictures of him too. Let me read you out here. Oh, I know where this motherfucker has it. It's on Instagram. By the way, if you go to Instagram, we don't have an Instagram account yet. It'll be up tomorrow. You can follow us. Check out what we're gonna do, who we're gonna talk to. And hopefully, you're going to enjoy every single bit of it. I hope so. If you don't enjoy it, don't watch it. if you're looking at us and you're not enjoying it and you're angry at what we're saying and stuff like that, don't watch it, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting tired. But yeah, this top amazing level of jiu-jitsu is right here. And what's up, my brother? Everything alright?
Sorry, man.
Don't worry about it.
Is it off?
No, it's on still. We're still filming. We're still going for it. Emad just left to go to the bathroom. He abandoned me.
Solo.
No, man. But it's normal. We're doing this podcast thing in a gym, so people are supposed to walk in.
Yeah,
you know, it's like I'm not gonna make the people stop training because of it. That takes away from the spirit of what we're trying to do here.
Okay.
Right?
Good look, man.
Thank you, brother. Take it easy. But yeah, I was talking about the camp. If I look at it, it just looks amazing. Let me just look. Amsterdam Jiu-Jitsu camp. You can find it on 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Amsterdam. So if you're interested in going, give Emad a shout out. He'll always have a little space for you. It doesn't matter how full it gets. You'll see. He'll get a little space out there for you. Jean-Jacques Machado is coming. Come on, Jean-Jacques Machado. I mean, that guy is a legend on himself. He's man, the inventions he did and the influence he had in all this, the knowledge, just the infinite amount of knowledge this guy has. Plus, he trains Ashton Kutcher, so I mean, that's a given. Right, is it him? I think it is. Might be talking bullshit too. Joe Martinez, come on, those two brothers, Freakazoid and Boogeyman. Scary guys. You get two brothers training the same stuff. Scary people, man. They're super nice guys, apparently, but scary jiu-jitsu techniques, scary stuff. Right there, one of the best students that Eddie has. Imanari is coming over. Don't worry, man. Imanari is coming over. Jeremy Fields will be here. Ralph Wernick. How do you say his name? Ralph Wernicking?
Wernicking, yes.
Wernicking. This is this old German guy, and I watched him on some fights of his, And I watched some.
He's awesome.
From the Instagram, you know, he's like white.
The Germinator.
The Germinator. Look at that. Isn't that like the most scariest thing you've ever heard since Arnold
Yeah, he's
Schwarzenegger?
a 55-year-old dude who can fuck you up.
He will.
On both of us.
I saw his shit in competition.
Yeah.
That's some scary shit.
He's good.
And he's flexible. And his body is on
He's
point.
just dedicated.
And 55 ripped.
I wish I could be 55 and still alive.
Man, that's me.
Not just
I hope
good.
I hope I don't get to 55 like completely broken, fat, and like doing nothing. I mean, I hope I get to that level like that. Who else is coming? I got running it. Laurie.
Yeah, Laurie, Elvira.
Elvira.
Corey from Templein, Montreal.
Oh, that is awesome.
He's really good. He's been on a winning streak. You know, he's really tough.
I've
Got
been
some
watching
nasty guillotines. You know, you don't want to sleep on him.
Imanari's gonna be here.
Imanari is so good, man. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't look nice. Even if he's fighting, he looks like...
No, he just looks like he wants to fuck you up.
Yeah, he just like, hi, how you doing?
But he's a nice
Imanari rolls. What do you want to do today?
Can I get some of these Imanari rolls, please?
Yeah, he likes it. So, wait, you were talking about a story you went to tell about you and Raul, how you
Yes,
started,
sir.
and
So,
you had to do like the fundamentals. You have to start all over again, you know, and get people in there. Then you got into camps. That's what I was talking about.
yes.
I gave him
So
the lowdown.
we got
on
into
the
camps and we got into teaching people jiu-jitsu, and it didn't start easy. We barely had any students, and it was not paying well. So the first year, nobody made nothing.
Zero. It was bad.
But that's how you start, you know. If the best thing about it is after I finish the session, and I know that at the end of the month I'm not getting anything or I'm not getting paid anything, you know, and I teach about 20 guys, it becomes like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways because I love this shit, you know. I'm 10 times better off grinding here than going to somebody else who's gonna take my hard work and replace it with money.
Yeah,
Because I know here I'm building something. If I'm working for somebody, I'm not building shit. I'm building his house.
And that's about it. It takes a dedication. You have to love it.
You have to love it, and you just have to believe. This one you need to believe, but you don't need to know because you can't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can't know in jiu-jitsu. And as you do jiu-jitsu, you need to know your shit. But as you live off jiu-jitsu,
you move into the business part of
yes,
it. It's just
you cannot know shit.
Faith.
You just it's all believe it. So you believe, and you believe in yourself. That's the first thing. You believe in God. You believe in yourself.
Yeah. And then you get there.
And then you believe in the people that you put work in. They're gonna give you some back. That's not in a way that, hey, I taught you this armbar, I should be grateful. No, I'm here to, because I hate this people saying, oh, I showed you this, you should be grateful, loyalty, students. Alright, I'll give you my intake here. And also with respect, because I see a lot of fake respect in any gym. So this is for also gyms, if anybody's hearing this in Holland or anywhere abroad.
Here comes the truth, guys.
I'm going to give you full on truth.
Oh.
If you're showing more than minimum respect to your coach than anybody else or people on the street, you're full of shit. You should have the same respect that you treat people outside of the gym, then the same respect that you give people outside of the gym is the same respect you give people inside of the gym, is the same respect you give your coach. There's no hierarchy here. There's no hierarchy in respect. I hate that stuff.
You should be respectful overall with everybody. You know,
mutual respect is the best
You
respect.
can be grateful to your teacher, but you don't have to be like this
Over
sniveling, like
yes, you're not gonna kiss his
bowing
butt.
and shit
Yes.
like that.
I hate bowing down.
No,
I don't like bowing down because look, if I'm gonna bow down for you here on the mat, I'll bow down to everybody on the street.
That's
because
true.
I respect them the same way I respect you. Not because you can kick my ass, I'll give you a little bit more respect. Now you're full of shit.
Yeah,
See?
that's true. That's true.
So
I do think the bowing part, I always found it fun because it was a nice way to compliment people, you know? Before you go into the gym and you walk into the mat, you see somebody, hey, how are you doing? And then you kind of slap your, slap your thigh.
Yeah, it's fun, but I don't like it in a way that you're showing respect by bowing. Like,
Oosh!
You go ahead, like,
I've never been
and they're
that
so serious about it. And I'm like,
We had to bow to the picture.
What
of
picture?
Your Grace.
Oh, fuck off. You don't need that shit.
We had to
Like,
bow
with
to
all
the
respect,
picture.
fuck off.
Oh, it's a way of showing respect, sure, but it's so fake. I never like doing it, and 100% of the people I know, like at least 99% of the people I know that think it's the same things. But let's end it. The guy was amazing. He founded it. Thanks to him that we had it. But
don't treat human beings like superior because nobody's superior.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, he's just a regular human being.
There you go. But
I'm not bowing down for nobody.
It's man.
Nobody. Look, man. I'm gonna tell you something.
It's weird.
No human being should be able to bow down for any other human being, no matter who it was, and no matter how great he is.
Yeah.
He's just a regular human being.
Like
me, you have eyes, you have nose, you have heart.
We teachers like
you
to
can
be
die,
treated.
and you can die as much as. So
teachers like to be treated normally, just normal respect, normal love, normal thing, you know.
Yeah, nothing over ever. Because then you're being fake.
You might be a very good friend of your teacher. That's great, you know, and that's good. Don't go into the gym and like correct him and stuff while he's keeping classes. That's one other thing. But that's respect. That's normal stuff. That's normal. That's how you should be educated.
But again, respect is mutual. Respect me, I respect you. Respect people on the street. Respect people in the gym. The same thing. It should be the same level of respect
for everybody.
Nothing goes up. Nothing goes down. No high respect. No low. There's nothing there. And if you're giving people respect again, if you're giving people respect in the gym just because they kick your ass and you don't even like them as people, you should look to yourself in the mirror and maybe reevaluate where you are.
Immediately.
That's it.
There's some hard words there, but they're true. They're true and they're supposed to be said. Yeah,
but I see a lot of guys who come to me and they start bowing. They say sensei. I'm like, nope. I'm no sensei. I've just been training for 4 years. 2016.
If you give me too much of that, I'll talk to it too. I'll talk to you. Say, dude, look, I'm not anything. I just trained longer than you.
That's it. Exactly. And one thing with the guys who will say, you should be grateful for this. I'm like, so look, here's my intake also. If you're an instructor, and you think that everybody should be grateful for you just because you show them some move. Again, you're full of shit.
Exactly.
Because you're not working hard for them. Yeah. They're putting in the work. So I show you this armbar. You put in the work to make it yours, to make it work.
There's also the part of it that is like, you can't forget that they're your students. So it goes a little bit deeper than client.
Yeah, there's no client in this shit.
No, there's no
client. That's what people don't get.
You give it with love, but you shouldn't expect anything like in any sense. In everything you do. If you give something, don't expect anything back or any congratulations or something like that.
Unless if you're giving investment advice, then you're waiting for your ROI. But
fair fucking enough. Then you should, but yeah.
You should, but other than that, jiu-jitsu, you just you're guiding people. That's the first. You're guidance. So you're a guide. You're not something. So I didn't drill for you. I didn't sweat for you. I didn't wake up and show up for you. I didn't pay this tournament fee for you. You did all that shit on your own. You did the hard work. You showed up. You kept on with your diet. You kept on with the healthy work. You kept your cardio up. You quit all the bad habits. You did all that stuff. And you're supposed to be grateful for me? No, you're grateful for yourself. Respect yourself. Only tell me, hey, Emad, thank you for showing me the way. That's all I want from you.
That's it.
That's all I want. I don't need nothing from you. Just say thank you for showing me the way. I loved it. That's it. I'm good. Like I like taking credit and showing people the way because that's what truly happened. I show you.
Just correct people from doing something.
That's it. I show you the way. I don't take credit in your work. I don't take credit in how good you perfected that armbar.
You did everything
because you did all that on your own. I just showed you how. So I'll take credit for showing you how, but not for making it work.
We do invest our time in people though. We do, like, I understand being grateful and like thank you for giving me your time and stuff like that. So it shouldn't be like overly too much and thanks to them I got to where you got to where you got.
Because you were
doing squats all day too after class. You know, you were doing that extra minute. You were doing that extra stuff.
Look, if the guy showed you a way,
and we can't teach you that. We can't teach you that.
Yes.
We cannot teach you
hard. I cannot teach you that.
I cannot teach you to after class still do like some of the students I had still do 50 push-ups, like the 5 series of 50 push-ups and handstands and drills and stuff like that. If it's in you and you're doing it, and that's you.
That's you. But you cannot install these. You know, sometimes You have somebody who's really have nothing to do with the world, have no idea how to defend himself. Then you build him from scratch, and he becomes a savage. And after he becomes a savage, he just leaves you and train with somebody else.
There you go.
Trust me, I don't care, because again, I don't train for the individual. It's my journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's my journey. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be on it, you're more than welcome. But if you're gonna leave my ship, all right.
I'm not gonna swim back to
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna leave my ship and go swim with you. I have a own ship. I have a big ship. You know, I have a. It's like a turtle. You know, or like a crocodile. When crocodile gives birth, it has like 30 crocodiles in its mouth. All right, this is me, and this is my people, like my students. These are my crocodiles. I'm lifting them, and we're guiding them, and we're going through a hard work together. Now, one of them decided to jump. Am I gonna abandon the 29 for just one guy? No, fuck off. If you jump here, then you decided to leave here, then it's your job. Then I just keep moving forward.
I will give them a call. If you leave and you're not showing up anymore and stuff like that, in that aspect, like I'll
Some
give you a
people
call.
have work problems, or they have,
I can give them some inspiration.
But I mean, when it comes to changing gyms.
You know? Oh, in that way.
Yeah, that way.
No,
so
if you
don't care, like I don't care, man. If
this
you're
guy changing mouths, if you're jumping from one crocodile mouth to the other,
you're probably a bitch.
That's you. That's on you too.
Yeah, that's on you too.
And you might be making a good choice. If the gym you're in is not good for you,
yeah, you leave.
Leave
right away.
Don't think twice. But there's no problem with that.
If you're not getting knowledge, if you're getting pressured, if you're not getting the attention you need, then leave right away.
Don't stay.
You're there for
don't stay, and that's with everything in life.
Yeah, you're there for the coach's attention. You're there to get his knowledge and to earn his respect.
There you go.
That's all you need from the gym. But you don't need somebody to tell you, hey, don't worry about it. You're gonna get it tomorrow. If you don't get it today, you're gonna get it tomorrow. No, you need somebody that tells you the truth. You suck now, but you're gonna get better if you keep consistency.
Just keep coming.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. There's no secret in anything, man. Like people say, oh, what's your secret of getting good leg loss?
Wake up earlier.
4 years ago, I had no secret, but now I don't. I just work.
Yeah.
So
just working.
When it comes to you having a job that requires 8 hours to be in a specific place, I treat my job the same. At least 6 to 5 hours of just working. Could be technique, could be cardio, could be watching jiu-jitsu tape, could be doing administrative work. Could be anything. I just try to fill 6 hours of my day with anything that has to do with jiu-jitsu. So I just keep my body light and just sharp on jiu-jitsu in general. Whether it's business side or whether it's the mat side or the development side. Because if you cannot make it work as a business, then you don't have a school. If you cannot pay your taxes, you cannot have a school. So
that's true. Man.
It's a big part of having a school. Because a lot of guys have this passion. Oh, I want to open a school and be good. I was like, yeah, but gotta make it work. If you can't pay bills, then
it doesn't matter. You can have all the heart in the world, but
you can't.
But it will come. It will come to you easier if you're doing something you love and you're really going after it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Also,
the details of it, like paying taxes and getting the gym to work and getting people in there more, those things kind of.
There are gonna be challenges.
You have to go towards it, but they kind of get themselves.
Yeah, they become challenges instead of obstacles.
Yeah.
Like people don't view them as obstacles. Like an obstacle is like, oh, I cannot pass through. Yeah. But the challenge is like, oh, I'm gonna try to get a ladder and just jump over. You know. So you make it a challenge for yourself instead of an obstacle. And when it's a challenge, it's fun.
What's the future like, man?
Oh my God!
What's the future of Amsterdam?
So
what's the future of you?
Here's some goals. Here's some goals. Not future because you never know what the future is like.
What are the things you want?
Here's the goals.
What's the vision board?
Vision. To have 10 Planet Amsterdam, one of the best, if not the best, jiu-jitsu school in Holland as a country. I mean, some people might laugh, but that's the aim and that's the goal. And if I keep focused, I believe in myself and in my team that we're gonna get there. It might take us 10 years, might take us 20 years, might take us next year, but that's the goal. But we'll get there. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, as long as we're alive, as long as we have breathe coming in and out, we're going there. You know. As far as my goals as person, I would love to reach a high level of being a good, at least a known jiu-jitsu athlete. One of my dreams is to compete on the EBI platform. If not win one. So my biggest dream or my biggest goal or something that I'm really focusing on is to get into EBI or AACC, one of these platforms. Like I need to reach that level as fast as possible. You know, I want that. You know,
will we?
Yeah,
maybe in the future see you.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe we'll fight each other in ADCC.
Nah,
I'm going for ADCC too, man.
I'm not fighting Absolute.
Hey, come on.
Mikey
Musameshi, did you see that shit? Really good. Mikey Musameshi fought really Saif Humanini.
He fought Muhammad Ali also.
Muhammad Ali too, man. I think he lost to Muhammad, yeah.
There he lost.
But it was. He almost lost to Muhammad. That's the whole thing.
He almost took his back, and that's
a couple of times. That is just pure.
It's technique.
He's like, but Kayotera, right? It's not only. It's Mikey Musumeshi's own incredible because he has a doctor. He's going for, I don't know, but he's like a really smart guy. He's studying too. I know he finished school and stuff like that. His sister is the same shit. Black belts, both of them. World champions, both of them. Still going strong in school. Still doing jiu-jitsu, you know. And that is the dedication.
This is crazy dedication because then he has school.
And kind of found him. And just like molded him like slowly into this
like,
little monster. He has right now.
Other guys from Atos. Kids, what do you call it? One of them fought Wagner Rocha and fought to win, and he won against him.
Is who? Luciano, no.
Rutlo, I think, that's the last name.
Oh, Ruotulo.
Yeah.
Ruotulo. Those two. Oh, did you see him fighting me out?
Amazing, yeah,
16 years old.
Really amazing guy.
That is scary as fuck.
This is the future, brother. It's these guys.
Man, it's oh my god.
Like I see that the younger generation is more. It's easy for them to understand jiu-jitsu and martial arts than any other person.
It just flows easier. I mean, our minds are a little bit light.
They don't have bullshit questions to ask. Because some people in their adults, they have bullshit questions. Like, you do this and like, oh, what if I did this?
I can get out. You're not getting out.
Like, I'm teaching this because I know you're not going to get out. Then I tell them, try to do it. And spasms out on me. It was like, oh, you
don't see it works.
You done? Let's go back. But the kids, they don't ask a lot. They just, it's like a sponge. They just suck whatever information.
I keep that stuff for the end of the class. If I show something but what if I did this? I said, you'll do it in a minute when I'm sparring with you. Don't worry.
Yeah. But one thing you want to do, like I try to, as much as I can to do it. I mean, it's hard when you have 30 guys on the mat. But if I'm teaching a technique, I'm tapping everybody with the same technique that I did.
The whole day.
If I'm not teaching a tap, I'm teaching a pass. I'll pass everybody with the same pass. Then it clicks. The moment I do it with them, it clicks, and then
that's good. If you taught something, you have to show it in the
exactly. Then I show it like, oh, there's like I tell them, does that look familiar?
It's funny that everybody goes like, whoa, yeah, it works. See, shit. I'm not teaching bullshit.
I tell them, oh, does that look familiar? It's like, yeah, I need to be careful. Then I was like, yeah, be careful. Then I do the pass again, then again, and I take them, you know, and then they realize, oh,
that is teaching.
That is teaching. You know, I'm trying, man, because teaching is really hard. It's
coming up with it is the worst.
It's one of the scariest things I ever did in my life is teaching jiu-jitsu. It's really scary.
You never know if somebody's going to walk up to you and say this doesn't work.
No, it's not even that. It's not like I have pretty confidence in what I show, and I never show something that I don't know, that I cannot explain that good. You know, so I have confidence in that. But it's about responsibility. That you're responsible for everybody on the mat. You're responsible for their safety. Nobody needs to.
Scary, right?
Yeah, nobody's gonna injure each other.
Do you get that too when you see like two of your students fighting that you're like?
No. Now I don't have that. But back then I was super scared. Like I don't spar. I just watch everybody. But now I just sparring time and I just go spar with everybody. I don't care what they do because they know the rules. You know, there's rules that are not spoken even. Like if a new guy came in and I'm one of the old guys, or I've been here like a couple of months, I already know the rules. The moment we start sparring, I tell them that rules. Hey, brother, we're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do this. Me as a member. So the members now, they're just telling the rules to each other as they go to sparring. You know, sometimes I do the warning. Sometimes I do like a warning. Guys, don't go for a kill. Don't go this. Don't do it for a takedown. If you don't know wrestling, don't shoot for takedowns. If you know wrestling, start from standing. You know, stuff like that. I say if I have like 4 beginners, then I don't know if everybody's going to
go for it. Yeah.
But most of the time,
that's good.
The students, the students
we're talking about. Those are the good fundamentals.
Of course.
Basics for the gym.
Yeah, basic. I mean, you have to have
the basic rules and basic vision and the basic.
That's the vibe control.
The vibe control
That's
of the
vibe
gym.
control.
That's how you do it.
That's how it is. You have certain values that you don't break.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's meant to be safe for everybody. So if you got caught in triangle, you're not allowed to lift and smash your opponent on the mat. That's illegal. And I tell them that if I see you doing this, I'll smash you. Then it's not fun. You know. So they immediately know that they're not on top of the food chain when they come here. Me and Raul on the top of the food chain. You're here to just get your ass whooped and listen and learn. And then if you're good, you get us, because that's what's happening now. Some of the guys, we're just rolling, we're having fun, blah, blah, blah. They get into deep position. Then I want to see what's going to happen. But I just let him do it. And then he gets down.
And that's how it starts.
And you have to.
But you have to give
an instructor that hates to be tapped or doesn't like to. Because it's not they're tapping me and I cannot do anything about it. No, I'm letting them tap me because I want them to know that could happen. Like this could happen, you know. If I'm not gonna let anybody do anything on me, then nobody's gonna learn shit.
That's true.
You know,
if
I'm gonna be super defensive with everybody, you can't pass my guard, you can't tap me, you can't put me even in a bad position. How are you gonna learn? You know, because we're the highest guys in the gym, so we're high level. So when you try to pass on me that is not drilled correctly, it's not gonna work. But sometimes I just let it work, just to see what you're gonna do after this pass. Just see how you're moving. How much time did you panic? You know, how much time did you feel like you don't know what you're doing, or you got lost, or what to control? And just see the stuff, you know. Yeah. And if I'm not giving myself up,
yeah, you have to do that. You have to.
I just let my arm. I want to see how they finish that arm bar. What mechanics they use.
And now my students, all of them have this thing like, they tap me, and sometimes they like. This is the other thing that jiu-jitsu has that no other sport has. There's no, like, if you do boxing, there's the boxer's luck.
Yeah.
So you could be like a very bad boxer against a very good one, but
one lucky
punch.
Yeah.
There's no one lucky move.
No, there's no lucky punch. No.
There's no lucky.
You have to know every
Forget
single
about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
You have to know every single detail.
So when I do let my students do something, I do let them like get to a certain point. I do like watch and see what they're doing, but they really have to do the technique really nice. If I see the mistake going in, I'll go for the mistake immediately. And then I'll restart, and they will restart the position, and we'll do it without the mistake. They'll catch me. They'll catch me without me letting them catch me.
It's good to get caught and then let them finish.
Yes.
Don't be panicking about not letting them finish, because they know you're not fighting for real. You're helping them out.
It makes you angry. It makes you proud. I got the student. You know the Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Ezekiel joke? I passed his guard. I was in North-South.
Yeah.
And he did some sneaky shit that he grabbed my head. I said, this stupid white belt is grabbing my head. He's grabbing my head and holding me closer. And I don't know. I was joking. He got me. He got me from Ezekiel. Honestly, I didn't see it coming. I didn't know what happened. I tapped. I had tears in my eyes.
No, but even if you saw it coming, when I say this, even if you saw it coming, you can just let it slide. Just to see how they finish.
Yes, absolutely.
What mechanics they use. You know, sometimes I have people try to do heel hooks with me, and I'm like, come on, like, you know, like, come on, try something else. But sometimes
I see Gordon Ryan's face going back.
Yeah, like,
remember when he was Bushesha and then he turned around to down there?
Well, I'm not. Don't compare me with that. I'm not that high, but I'm not that high level. But when they do that, I'm like, come on, try something else. And when they keep going for the legs, I'm like, all right, let me see how you finish it then. And then they go for the control, the grips and the tightness, and then I let them go, and then I'll give them the tap, and then they will look at me. I was like, yeah, was it good? I was like, all right, let me show you. Then I put them in the same position. Then I would use less than minimum effort of what they did. So if his face was like, as he's finished, I'm finishing it like this.
Like this is the deal.
And I tell him the only difference between me and you is I had zero facial expressions. So you were putting way too much energy and effort because you didn't have the correct tightness, but you can have the same posture, but without a lot of pressure, without a lot of force. So you don't have to use force. I say if you're in a position, any kind of position, armbar, choke, whatever, and you're using brute force, it's never gonna work.
And you're not doing jiu-jitsu.
It's not gonna work. Probably the guy's gonna escape, you know. But if it's not requiring you any effort or brute force, it's just tightness and breathing, That's where you get.
That's going to be the hardest ones
to get out. Yes, to get out because you're not investing.
A tight armbar doesn't need power.
You know,
a tight anything doesn't need power.
No, you just need patience. Because what I try to do with maybe this is for the really good jiu-jitsu guys. If you really want to get into tapping people, I learned to do elevation taps. So, for example, if I have somebody in a rear naked choke, I go 110 right away. Yeah, I'll get exhausted in 5 seconds. The other guy might tolerate the choke for 5 seconds, right? Or maybe 3 seconds. I got tired. I cannot choke anymore, so I let go and I restart. He gets out. All right. Now, imagine that you're climbing a ladder, and the more you climb, the more this choke gets tighter. So I'll do this. I'll get the choke, and this is how I do it in my head. 1, 2, 3,
that's
4,
perfect.
5, 6, 7, boom. I'm counting 10 seconds. All right, can you tolerate 5? But can you tolerate 10 seconds of getting choked?
There we go.
That's hard.
With increasing strength.
With increasing strength, exactly.
Yeah,
so I don't go 110. I go 1, 2, 3, and the higher I go with the count, the tighter I go.
That's exactly. That's the same thing I always teach myself. If you have a choke, trust your choke.
Yes. Be patient.
Trust your choke. Be patient. Grab him and in their ears just start calling shit up like 10 things. You can say food items. You can, It doesn't matter. Just count. You know. And then we go like 1. I teach them 1, 2, 3, add 10%. 1, 2, 3, add another like add 4, 5, 6, like 20%.
For example, I learned now that in heel hooks people tap at 4.
At 4 already, right?
Some people tap at 3. You know, if Raul puts me in a heel hook, I tap at 1. I don't need him to go for full pressure. That's how good is his heel hook. It's the number 1. It's the most like number 1 is like 10 for him. It's the same pressure. You know. Like there's no 1, 2, no 1 is like 10. There's no get.
I felt those.
For me, I get people at 3, 4, sometimes 5.
But he was being nice with me too.
Yeah, he's nice in the gym. All that stuff he does here is nice, but
yeah, I know. But you can feel it.
Yeah,
you can feel when he grabs you. Like this is very okay. This is bullshit.
Well, sometimes I just tap because his legs are super tight on my legs. You know, so
he has a tight. Now this sounds extremely gay, ladies and gentlemen. And I say he has a tight body. It's like he's harder than that's still gay.
I'll say tighter in a essence that if he wraps his legs around your leg, he doesn't need. It's not strength, but it's just how he clinch his body.
Oh my!
It's like he's leeching onto you. It's like a leech.
It's so hard at the same time, and he's not doing it fast or anything.
No. And I don't think that's something you can develop. It's just his body. It's just his body type. Like also his shin bone. I told him you're like the most bony person I ever met. Like it's where you just put.
That's amazing.
If you go shin to shin against him, you're getting bruised. Like that's one of the things I loved about Raul is I trained with him that made my body a little bit hard because I'll get bruises everywhere. I swear to God, I go home. Bruises everywhere, from my shin to my arm to everywhere.
Kyokushin jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, until you don't get bruises anymore. Your body gets used to it, you know, and it doesn't matter. And then you're bruising everybody.
Everybody in the beginning has that little bit where they get home and they're like black and blue.
Yes.
And it just stops at a certain point. Your
I
body
had my friend Emad today. He was we're doing butterfly guards, and I look at his knee, and his knee until his shin is all black spots. I'm like, whoa. What have you been doing? He's like, I drilled with Raul.
There you go.
I was like, here you go.
There you go.
So you're going to have that for a little bit, then you're not going to have
and then it's there, then it's just, you're harder.
No, but then you never get bruised anymore. Like, once your body get used to it,
it's done.
My shin now, you're never bruised.
Actually, it stops. On purple belt, you just don't get bruises anymore.
Your body is hard enough to tolerate and to endure that.
Or it just gives up. It's just like, fuck, this motherfucker isn't listening to me, so let me.
Depending on the body. But if you're doing like good practice, if you have good coaches, and if you're training in a high level gym, your purple belt, you're not getting bruised.
Yeah, that's it.
Your body already adapted to the pain.
Man, that's amazing. Man, I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, I think
it's 7 o'clock.
No, but
we're going to have we're gonna have a bunch more of these, by the way.
Definitely.
I had fun.
Me too. Like
it was awesome.
I just want to talk and just keep talking, you know.
It just want to end
because I still have more stories. Like
we're gonna do another one.
Yeah, we still have we didn't say the story about the mayor.
Oh.
So yeah,
but that's a story on itself.
That's a story on itself. So so catch us next episode.
That's
me
true.
talking about getting a a national trophy from the Minister of Sports and Youth in Egypt.
So proud of it.
Yeah,
I took pictures of it.
Kinda.
No, kinda. Bullshit.
But
I took pictures before.
yeah. You can follow me on Insta at emadness. Then you check all the stuff.
What's the Instagram? Emadness.
Emadness. So just my name, Emad, and just add this.
That was a good name.
Just improvising, just fun.
That's good stuff.
I hate the names where you have
lowercase, uppercase.
No, so much self-esteem in the name. Like the something. Like
no.
You know when they have some usernames on Instagram, it's so funny when they say like the champion or something. I'm like,
yes. That's some bullshit. Right?
Yeah, like don't call yourself shit.
Come
know.
That's true. My brother.
It's like MMA fighters when they call themselves stuff. I was like, have you seen an MMA fighter who gave himself a nickname? No, they get the nickname based on their fans and stuff. They
and their failures and their shit and the wrong things
and their style and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you don't just create a nickname for yourself.
There are a million ninjas out there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the people I'm talking about. The ninjas.
Exactly.
The ninjas. So
And
don't be a ninja. Don't be a fucking ninja.
A ninja assassin.
Just be a martial artist.
That's it, man.
Let's be normal.
So next time I'm gonna try. Let's bring Raul in too. So.
Definitely, we'll bring Raul. We can. Andre also can join us.
Andre said already he doesn't want to be on the.
Yeah.
Okay. But we'll put him there.
But yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Man, it was my pleasure, my complete and total pleasure.
It's so much honor to be on the second episode of the.
The first one doesn't count. The first one doesn't count.
The Cauliflower philosophy.
The first one was me fucking around with the thing,
But it's good. It's a new way.
This is the official first one. This one will get a number on it.
Alright, so
this will get the number.
Let me get this one again. Thank you so much for inviting me in the very first episode of the Cauliflower philosophy.
You're very welcome.
It's a very honorable thing to do and to be here. Next time we should invite more MMA fighters. We'll talk more about fighting. We'll talk about their diet, their food, how many hours they train, how do they recover, why they fight in the beginning, and if they fight, what other job they have, and if that other job.
Their whole story.
Yeah, there's so much stories. There's so much stories. Actually, my biggest one is if you are an MMA fighter and you have a job, and if you go tomorrow with a black eye, what happens? Is your job tolerant?
How would they think about it?
Yeah, would you
have to lie?
Would your manager think that you're a psychopath?
Would you have to lie about it?
I mean, there's no lie that's gonna get you somewhere. You're gonna say what? I got into a fight, then you're a crazy person.
Yeah, that's true. I walked into a door.
Yeah,
which nobody fucking believes.
Nobody believes. So you get, are they gonna support you, or are they gonna say, oh, MMA fighters are like crazy people?
I had a student with a crazy humor, a girl, and she got into the work with a black eye, and then people asked, "What did you do?" She said, "My husband beats me."
Oh shit!
That was funny in the beginning, but it turned into shit really fast, really fast.
Yeah, that's not fun.
But it was up. But when she told me this story, I laughed my ass off. And then the police showed up and stuff like that. I had to prove that it was a joke and
shit.
Proving. She said it was the worst part, proving that my husband doesn't fight. He's like just fat and stuff. He doesn't do that shit. He's just lovely big teddy bear. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Ahmad.
Thank you so much for being here, my man. Thank you for inviting me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for...
we did it.
You're going to watch this in the future, so thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe to this channel, The Cauliflower Philosophy. And peace out.
Peace out. That was awesome.
We did it.
We did it.
We made it.
Oh, it was an amazing story.
We made it.
Oh, it was an amazing story.
And we ate. We had fun.
And we had fun. We ate. This could be like a weekly shit.
Yeah, every Saturday we do this.
Every Saturday we're gonna do this.